Hey guys, Ballatw here, back with another VOD review. It's finally time, the first VOD review of the new year, and we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. I know a lot of you guys have been expecting and waiting for expanding your 1x1 to come back, but just based on the quality of the VODs I was getting in that and like how, I don't know, it was not granular and I didn't feel like I was actually able to teach much except help individual people, which was really cool, but I wanna help the broader audience. So starting today, we're gonna be basically looking at players who are on the cusp is what I'm calling it. I'm gonna move this slightly to the left. We're watching two players who submitted a VOD to me and they placed slightly inside of the money, I think. I don't really know where exactly they placed, but regardless, they're not the best of the best, right? So we're gonna be a little bit more critical with these types of players and we're gonna be a little bit more thematic and try to talk a little bit more about certain things and not just be so general. Like when I watch Unknown Army, I'm not specifically looking at anything. I'm just going through the VOD and being like, oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. And that's, you know, while that's very, very useful, I want to kind of get a little bit more in depth with certain things. So next time, for example, I might watch a full Unknown Army session and say, okay, let's watch only his angles. Let's take a bunch of examples of great angle play and like mix them and mash them up all together. So that's going to take a lot more preemptive research and a lot more preparation for me to do. But I think I can do it a lot better with these guys, some of the people who, you know, submit VODs. So there's gonna be an official way for you guys to do that. It's gonna be down in the comments below. It's gonna be a Google form that you could submit. And I'm gonna be taking bits and pieces from that and hopefully making good content out of it. So the first time, we're just gonna take one full session from Lloydie and Glass here. I'll play it a little bit so we can get some background. But these two guys are players who basically they were almost in or in the money in Winter Royale every single day. So what we're going to do is try to be a little bit more critical, but we're going to start this type of VOD review by going over how to VOD review an entire session. This is going to be basically my method, what I do when I look at an entire session. What I'm doing is I'm identifying thematic mistakes and then also just major mistakes. And I'll talk about what that is specifically. But just to know, we are going to bring these notes back, which is going to be fun for these ones specifically, not necessarily the overall thing, but yeah. So this is a long intro, but because of that, we're going to be basically covering how I do my VOD review. So thematic mistakes versus major mistakes. I'm going to define both of them. Thematic mistake is basically something that's harder to fix. And it's also something that's prolific throughout your entire game. So every session, you're going to have an issue. You guys die off spawn a lot. You guys never win a game. That was something that was for me. It's like I couldn't finish games out. I think me and Ifa won 2 games of the entire weekend, which was very rough, but we still placed. So those are the issues that we're gonna have to like attack a lot of different things and come up and basically discuss a lot with your teammates. And the major mistakes are things that are big and cause a lot of issues within your game, but are easy to fix, right? So a thematic mistake, like we die a lot early game, might be made up of a bunch of major mistakes. So why I do this is because we might end and say, okay, we might end reviewing a session and say, okay, we suck early game, right? Here's what we have to do. We suck. We always get 50-50'd. We can't bully our spot. Something like that. I don't know. And so we're going to come up with a bunch of different things that we need to fix. We need to study and select certain splits. We need to practice dropping those splits. We need to have better backup options, right? And we need to pay attention better in the sky. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up, right? But that could be a thematic thematic thing that we need to fix in our game. And here's the different things we're going to do. For a major mistake, we might be saying like, we never go out of our base 3rd to 4th zone and thus never catch 4th zone, right? So because I don't know, that's just something that you could fix instantly. You just, okay, let's start moving out of our base when we're expecting the 3rd zone or 4th zone and go a little bit more center, right? Just go. So those are examples. I'm going to erase this and let's get to the actual VOD. So I was noticing they were talking about the drop. They were saying, oh, there's a lot of people over here. And one guy makes a call. He's like, oh, I'm going to go for this tack. And he said, we're going to slay out, basically. That was Glass who was making that call. And Lloydie basically says, okay. Like, he is clearly skeptical about what's going down, and he does not speak up enough. That's a mistake that I think can be easily fixed.
He got the shotgun. He got the shotgun. I'm dead.
So a couple comms things right off the bat.
Can't, bro.
This is obviously
okay. Yeah,
I wouldn't just.
Pretty much.
You got killed by your own team member.
Okay, it was his team member. That's pretty funny. So basically, what I'm saying is, where's the notepad? Here it is. This is a pretty major mistake, not speaking up when you disagree with the plan, especially early game, right? And this is something that actually Ifa and I did in Winter Royale. We did bad splits right off the break, right? Just because he sees something and you still try to go for it, even though, like, yeah, it's gonna be a 50-50 and your teammate's not gonna back it up. The other thing too is, like, Glass or Lloydie should have been, let's label this game 1, right? Lloydie should have been very vocal about the 50-50, right? Because Glass could have broken out one of these walls and started shooting while you were wasting time. And so basically there's no urgency in your voice at all when you're landing. You know something bad is about to happen. You know there's a possibility that you're going to get 50-50 and not get the gun, right? You clearly see it happening. And there's no comms. It's not like, oh, I'm getting 50-50. I need you to back me up instantly. Like, there's none of that. You're just basically hoping I get the gun. And there's no plan from there.
Real pickup did not help there.
Oh, I have. There's audio. Turn off your music, Lloydie, please. This is gonna be trouble. This is gonna be big trouble if there's opportunity for cone there. Your left shoulder peeking. We're gonna be doing a lot of nitpicking in this first couple of games because there's no way for us to actually spot thematic possibilities. Again, there's been two opportunities for cones here. You could actually reach this from down here, and you'd see really good players actually doing that.
You don't have a lot of mats, 100%.
There you go, nice. And here, like, again, you could be taking this wall. You could be stopping him from taking that shot. Again, your left shoulder peeking, right?
Triple. It don't matter how pro he is. That's my teammate right there.
What the heck are these names?
What?
Huh?
How pro?
No, they said that Cosmic's a pro player.
And I'm already, we already saw, like, the way that this early game proceeded. We talked about it a lot already, but that's basically first evidence of a thematic mistake, of them not really having good options through the early game. Here's players inside the house. See how this fight goes.
Yeah, throw him in that building. Nice, easy.
And don't forget this. Oh my goodness, this is still early on, right? This is open tournaments early on. These early game fights are actually so easy.
Hit him for shield.
I'm definitely feeling a lot of comms improvement possible. No matter what, like Glass could have called that. Oh, he's dropping down on top of you. This might get completely muted. Feels bad.
They're running away now. They're running south. We just need to keep going.
Nope.
All right, so I really like Glass's call. He's like, let's just be sneaky. Let's try to spot them, and not try to do any of this nade play, and let's try to get the good information. Because what happens?
That's one.
Well, actually, it's already happening.
I don't know where he is. Oh, he's on the roof.
There's one over here and there's one over here, and we didn't get good information, and they actually got the jump on us because we were running out in the open. So that idea is good, but the execution is bad. And I think we might see that multiple times through this VOD.
I got blank.
So positionally, this fight starts, you know, added pretty decent spread on these guys. You have the possibility of instantly jumping on this guy because of how far back that guy was. He's probably down this hill by now. He's going to take a long time to get over there. The issue with that is obviously this guy can just turtle back. But if he doesn't, that's a quick way to pounce and capitalize on a mistake.
I could full push.
But because you guys are delaying so bad, you guys are actually losing your positional advantage, losing any, like, obviously he's up on the house and he has advantage. If you could capitalize, push him off, and basically have now the height at least. But what you're not doing is accounting for this guy at all. You've slowed down, and now you're just allowing this guy could even go wider and get a bigger pinch on you. If I'm you, I'm actually moving down this way, breaking line of sight from the center guy, making this completely useless, and trying to get a wider position on these guys this way. I'm looking up at the mini map. I hope you guys can see that.
This kid.
That's
I say we
probably positionally better. I'm not sure how this fight proceeds, but it's basically a
off?
stalemate where these guys don't want to
Okay.
fight, it looks like. And you call
I
them
have a
back
mini
off.
for you. We have to
Good
go
call.
zones. We have to go east anyways.
I'm going northeast.
This kid's peeking, looking at me.
Good call. But I like the idea to fight here in general, right? Just because,
Fine.
well, okay, early, it's literally first game on day 3, and it's an open tournament. It's game number 1. Like, people who drop here might not necessarily be the best type of players, especially when they're uncontested and nobody else came with them. They weren't forced to, you know, weed out the pack or anything like that. And they're still here. Based on the timing, this is probably people who slightly rotated in. Probably don't have that much loot. This is a push that I would advise early on in the
Back
session.
off, bro.
But now, again, the positional play, right? They basically have a line. You guys have a line. There's nothing here for you. There's no advantage. If anything, they have a slight advantage because they got the tags on the glass. But yeah, there's nothing here for you.
I have max mats. You don't scare me. Can we zone hold them, please?
No, I have nothing.
I have minis for you, bro. They're gonna push us right now. They're pushing us.
Good call.
We have to fight this.
No, you don't.
And I just got blanked. Nice.
Why are you so mad? I just got blanked. Nice.
2 minis. These kids are definitely gonna push us.
Word.
We should have never backed off. I had the minis.
Rip. I agree with the call to back off, but I just don't think you fully committed here, Lloydie, and that's the issue, right? Like, you didn't fully commit to just backing off. Glass hasn't been shot at a single time because he's already in the tree line. In the meantime, you're just kind of half-assedly backing off. You opt to try to take shots. Obviously, that's the mistake that ends up with you getting sniped. But, like, you could have continued to back off. The only reason they push here is because they actually snipe you. Because you weren't fully committing to the disengage. It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
One shot, dude.
Good idea to try to sneak team, but full commit. Not be half-assed with our team calls. Right? The vibes are low.
Let's land
Vibes are low
back
now. No comms on the bus. No comms on the bus. Okay. Again, full commit to disengage. Not don't half-ass. Again.
Side retail, so there's a tree right here that has 3 chests, so we want to be like right near it.
Okay, so it sounds like
I have that side right there.
they're talking. Okay, they're talking about the split.
Okay.
That's good.
I thought that said Kaizui for a second. I was like, are you kidding me?
I don't necessarily like the fact that they're planning are on day 3. I'm not sure if these guys played together the other days. It's possible. I don't like the idea that these guys on day 3 are still talking about like
I'd say land.
new stuff about their drop.
We're contested by 2 duos, maybe 3. They're all going far back.
And they do bounce between
I mean,
holly
I can
hedges
go-
and
I can
retail
go
row.
hot, I can go
I don't
We should
necessarily
definitely go
mind that.
houses 'cause no one's going there. They're all going back.
I do mind that it's happening since they still need they still are learning about their drop spots, which might be fine too. Don't forget, these
I
guys
don't
could have
think anyone's
started playing on day 1.
with
I
me.
shouldn't criticize it. Shouldn't be so critical of that.
Look,
Good
they
split
got a
though.
gun and immediately started sniping. Like, how much of a freak do you have to be? Where's this kid out in the open? I got a sniper.
As he does the same thing.
At the tree.
Okay.
Imagine though. Imagine though.
Oh, I found a shotgun. Can you mark?
Right here, right here.
Oh, what the
Can
heck?
you mark where? Oh, behind me, behind me, behind me.
Right here, right here.
Rough. Now they're pinched between 2 people. This is just a decision that I guess he saw the shotgun, So that's why he wanted to push over here. But now basically he's putting himself between two different teams, one at Blacktops and one at Residential, who's now pinching him because all the residential houses are looted. You could probably know that this guy's teammate is a little ways away because he still has a house to loot, depending on how fast you did yours, how fast this guy did his. But regardless, you're in a pinch no matter what.
I tagged him 1 for 100.
I think I would prefer to maybe try to fight these guys fast and try to get up on this side, maybe contest for this house, fight over this house, so that you're actually forcing the pinch rather than the other way.
There's a kid behind me.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what I said earlier. He's right here on me.
Yeah, so seems like we're right about this guy's teammate being far. There he is.
There's two. One right, yeah.
Beamed. I got beamed.
Nice. I like pressuring this guy. I kind of wish that you didn't full like jump over here so that you could actually do something with your teammate, because this guy's pinched. Right? This guy, yeah, sure, you're gonna 1v1 him, but this guy, between you and your teammate right now, he's pinched. I would pressure and then go fight the guy. We got to think in those terms. See, look, boom, easy tags, just because he was focused on your teammate. Good stuff. Great stuff. You did actually perfect in terms of what I was talking about.
I'm with you. I just don't have anyone.
Got one.
Ooh! Ooh, okay! Little Lloydie.
I need
Little Lloydie with the comeback.
Give me any maps?
Here, I'll split some here.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the
Here,
split
minis. Split.
game. Oops, I don't want to close it.
We gotta go
Game
into
two.
these other kids now.
Causes a possible pinch. I think luckily
One's
there
definitely
was
down, and
the
they have to
team
get reboot. 100%.
fighting Blacktops. Yeah,
I wish
if that
I
wasn't the
had
case, it would have been
nades.
awkward coming back.
Oh my god, dude. I got stuck on that thing.
Do you
and I
need more
prompted
minis?
to get
Here.
hit.
Those are my last minis.
You guys need to be calling what you're seeing.
Literally.
Right. That could have been avoided if Lloydie marked him, for example. You were already sniping at him. You've been watching him for a good 5 seconds. And you didn't. I don't know if Glass just didn't know he was there. He should have known he was there. He should have been able to see him himself. But still, like, call it out and be like, hey, careful, because that's a clear risk. Right? You see him aiming your FAMAs.
Got stuck on that and then I got hit.
That's a very, very clear risk.
One's going far left. One's going far left. If we can get to this building, we're chilling.
Again, right? Positionally, very, very poor in these early game fights. And you say he's going left, but essentially now you're just mirroring him, and this isn't going to gain you anything. I don't know if there's anything better that you could do, but you can essentially have moved from the fight over here already, knowing that they're over here, knowing that they could possibly be moving somewhere else. Let's already start to get wide. Let's start to get wide. Because at the point that Glass gets shot, like,
How'd that miss?
you guys could have
What?
already had a wide
on
stance.
top of our
Glass
building.
obviously needed to chill a little bit. Ooh, that was open on top. Nice. Good eye. Ooh, that's cool. I've actually never considered, like, when you're jumping on a stair and somebody cones you on top, just to edit this floor piece and break the cone from your stair.
Thrown it off.
It's a safe way to kind of try to replace that.
Hit him for 50 blue.
Ooh, like that little floor as he fell back. And again, we're still 1v1ing the same type of thing. Like, there's no team play yet that I've spotted between you two.
I have no health for this.
You guys haven't said what you're doing. You haven't made a plan at all. Like, I think the plan right now is as they take on top of you, you turtle down and try to make a play from there, given the mat situation. What you're doing right now is basically losing mats on Glass, losing mats on you, losing resources on you. You can't share any of that stuff, and any of the stuff that you are spending is not being used together. So you're being very, very inefficient in this
Are there
case.
minis in there? Nope. I need to collect mats while I'm in here.
It's the same thing as like turtling in a house later on, right? Get the windows, get the doors, that sort of thing. Make it harder for them to break through.
I want to trap this kid so bad.
Give them possibilities to get tagged through on the backside, you know?
Got him for 22 shields.
Where's the other guy? We're completely lost on that friend. He could have snuck in. Now that you guys are together, you kind of losing track. Just interesting.
One shot.
Where?
He got my. It's on the roof.
Ooh, let's go.
Other one got health from that, but I'm pretty sure unless he pops shield, he should still be like under 110 health. You have 100 mats. Be careful.
Oh, that was close.
Damn,
Nice
he
shot.
started spraying.
Nice try.
He's 11.
All right, cool. 2 games down. Let's take some notes on this.
Alright, let's get
Basically,
this
early game, not fighting together. I'm not really pointing out anything specific, just because wasn't really anything specific. But this is more evidence, again, about some things that we might be trying to fix a lot about, right? A lot about. Hedges uncontested? Yes? Okay, cool. Uncontested. We could obviously watch their path and be like, oh, let's optimize this, but I think I'm going to choose to ignore that for now.
Carrying a half pot.
And I think I would ignore that for most full session
I
reviews.
have one.
I think that's an exercise that you should take, but not necessarily when you're looking for these thematic mistakes. When you're looking for the big things to fix. Because this is something that, like, it's never a mistake if your shit's unoptimized. It's more just like your shit's unoptimized.
I'm going to this house.
Okay, I want to see zone. They just showed it.
I need brick. I just couldn't do it.
Well, whatever. We will skip. One thing that I see later on is that they're very, very aware of the fishing holes and actually have a decent strat that comes out of it. We'll see that. But that's probably their best option or audible play that they called.
Dude, misfit. He's like peeking right here. No, there's two of them.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's just go to zone then.
Follow me. Let's just go around.
I want to get like here though.
This flip-flopping is crazy.
Well, we still have a chance.
Alright, these guys are being weird. They keep ADSing on me and stuff. Yep.
This flip-flopping is crazy, Lloydie. You've gone this way, you've gone this way. Again, I'm okay with Glass's call. I don't necessarily think it's the best of the best calls, but I love the idea of going edge and avoiding teams that way. I love that idea.
Called it. I'm gonna pop my big pot.
Okay.
Nice
Hit one,
shot.
105.
Yeah, let's push this.
One sec. Let me find nade.
Taking a lot of time. And again, you're giving up positional advantage. You're giving up any pressure that you had the opportunity to push down because of the snipe.
Mad weird.
I think these are bad nades.
Hit one, hit one.
Nice. Okay.
Hit one for 100. So two have been hit for 100 so far.
And this is the same thing. Sure, this is fine following him up, but I think there's better plays than following him directly up the same ramp that he just pushed, and probably has height. You could be down below and shooting at the guy who's actually, you know, fighting Glass for height and causing him to both lose the possibility for height and also get tagged and win advantage. And then there's the other idea of possibly getting more different angles on the spots that they wouldn't expect. Sure, the fight is breaking out, so I don't necessarily mind just running up his steps, but I would like a couple peeks out to the side for you to support your teammate.
They have shield again. At least this one does.
Nice.
One's white.
Good look back. Very, very good look back. That's something that a lot of people suck at, which is, oh, we're focusing on this guy. Let's make sure I turn around just for a brief second to make sure I'm covering my angles on the other guy. That's good. This is crazy. This is crazy. Not a single call and not a single, like, oh, I'm going to go try to focus the guy. I don't know really who I'm pushing right now. But I have no comms about where they're going, where they're tracking. There's not a single mark either. There's no, hey, I'm pushing this guy who I just marked. None of that. Good stuff. That was a great pinch, but it happened completely organically based on glass sticking on his target and then you, Lloydie, not actually spotting your objective and backing off. That's kind of that flip-flopping that we just talked about before this fight started, playing your advantage. Because I don't think that this pinch should have happened based on the moves that you played.
He's on me. Coming up, I'm coming up.
Got him.
Nice.
There's 2 pumps. Another pump.
But again, cone opportunity and left shoulder peeking. You'd be getting completely punished here if this guy was fast with his wall replaces, his shots, everything like that. Because not only was it a cone opportunity, but you could have placed a wall. There's so much that you could have done that would have blocked against this guy's bad movement and bad peeking. Actually, this is a perfect spot for you to not only cone him, but wall him in the front and then get this other wall on the side over here too.
Pump for you.
So this is just kind of fortunate.
Oh, it's over for these boys.
Do you have any rockets?
2.
Thank you.
I need to pop my 2 biggies.
Here's 3 minis.
I also really like the fight. Just actually taking this fight completely.
Get a SMG for you too.
Because zone position wise, like we're chilling. And you got the sniper crack. Like that's a decent enough advantage for me to be like, yeah, let's full send. And then like you want to just cut through here. Sure, Glass's idea of cutting over to the side and playing edge is good. I said I liked it. But mostly because there was a team here, right? I didn't want to run straight through them.
Lived and gotten placement, but nah, they were like, we need this kill.
Like after getting sniped,
but
they
yeah.
went even harder.
Mark. Let's actually just call this a major mistake. Like
Let's go.
Mark way more during fights. Like it's so useful, guys. It is actually crazy useful just to spam your mark button. Like whenever you see whenever you see a guy change his position, just mark it. Right, just be like, yep. Let's mark.
To check it out.
That helps your teammates so much. And it gives you the ability to, you know, the lazy call. The lazy call is, oh, there's a guy there. There's a guy right here. That kind of thing. Marking allows you to do that. Allows you to be lazy as hell and be like, oh, he's right here. You can just be like, mark. Oh, he's on my mark.
I have 100.
I have 600.
Sometimes it's hard to describe the calls. Sometimes it's very hard. You can't. It's not easy to just be like, oh, he's 2 levels below you on the right. Like it's not easy. Or 2 levels.
I just got sniped.
No way. 2 levels below you northwest. That's difficult. But with the mark, you can just be like, oh, I just marked him. Boom.
That's a soul. We get in.
I know. I'm just trying.
He's getting naded.
Man, I just feel like you guys wasted a good 30 seconds, 40 seconds. No, actually probably 2 minutes or so not doing shit over here. Like literally just jumping around, not doing anything. And now look at all the different bases that propped up in the meantime. Like you guys could have beelined it into this zone. Did you guys farm at least? No, you guys were already max mats. Like I don't know. There's almost no chance to center zone here in third, which sucks.
Not even in that low.
Just because of how long you guys waited in second, not doing anything.
No repercussions.
There were minis?
It's because this kid's like, please don't hurt me. I've gone through enough.
Did they get anything from the fridge?
This guy's in the water right here.
I think we should just box up, like, yeah, for right now.
But like, there's a solo in the water.
Watch out! Be to your left, your left.
Oh my
those
god!
are the kids that we needed to worry
The
about
bloom fight.
How are they pushing?
All right, we need a plan here. There you go. There's the brick. need a decision.
Dude,
Something.
I'm chilling. Like, if these kids push us, like, they're dead. Like, I really hope they realize that.
I boxed out one more, so we're chilling.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
boxed up one, so they would be chilling.
Cool.
Water goes the way to the to the ocean, so like if we're truly screwed, we can just do that.
Good.
I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
I feel
There's the
like that's
plans.
such a bad thing. If we
There's
did
the
that.
plans.
Starting in 28 seconds, it won't be.
There's the plans.
kids
Whether
are
good or
weirdos right
bad,
next
they're
to us.
plans.
Both of them. There's one on top to the. The ones to the north are weird, and the ones on top of us are weird.
I could rocket them and then pump them, but I'm not a dickhead.
It's also just not worth it.
Zone.
I'm starting to basically. This is maybe like something pretty bad that Lodi can fix. Lodi personal improvements is whenever he disagrees with something, basically, is he always disagrees without offering better improvement. And oftentimes what he does is he says, oh, or he feels that way. He doesn't vocalize it. Remember game number 1 where he was like, yeah, you're going for the tack. Okay. Like, you know, that kind of thing. It's clearly he disagrees with it, but he's not coming up with a better plan. He's like tacitly going along with it without really feeling it, without really being committed. We actually wrote it down saying these two in game number 1 as well. Like he never full commits. And because of that, he has trouble committing. Oh, we're back to relationship issues.
They're not gonna.
We're back to relationship issues.
They're not gonna go. They're waiting for us.
Should we just go then?
Keep going.
Good call. Yeah. Good stuff. See, it worked out.
I'm right there.
Behind. Call it.
Yeah,
man.
they're literally. Why are you shooting?
Call it. He's shooting because you're not building.
Like, we need to rotate. You fucking idiot.
Like straight up.
Behind.
Holy! What is this? Popping up mini real quick.
This is 9-point
I'm getting us
lobbies
in zone.
Okay, go. I'm with.
on NA East. Good stuff. Good base. We made it. Only lost 50 HP. Not bad. Not bad in the grand scheme of
I want to
things.
fuck.
That might be an interesting metric and something that would be really cool to track analysis wise is how much HP you lose on your rotates.
Fucking abuse these kids that are pressuring us.
Right here.
I guess it'd be really, really difficult to actually quantify like what makes a rotate. Like how is
Yeah, fuck
what
off.
they just did a rotate compared to somebody just slightly moving in. But it'd be pretty
Got
easy
hit,
to just
but
be
I have
like,
a
okay,
med kit
well,
for you here.
I popped my
third
bomb.
zone until fourth zone. How much HP did you lose?
I hope they push.
Convertibles used to do that a lot. The mats per
Cracked
zone
him.
type of thing. But it never really
yeah.
felt to me like it was
We
it
don't even have placement yet. These kids are so weird.
was a rotation
I
thing. It
know.
was more just like a game
I
state thing,
cracked him though,
which
so
was
we're
cool.
chilling with him.
That took so long for him to actually
I
track.
have
That
no
was
maps
terrible.
now.
We'll get zone. Spooky Goblin, bro.
Do you have an RPG?
Yeah, we have to go zone though. We have to go zone. Here, follow me.
Go, back up, go.
Down here.
They got naded. We're good. We can re-rotate.
Nice. I love this path so far. The only issue is that you're running really, really far out of, like you're not actually making any advantage, but this rotate so far so good. You basically break line of sight. I think now you're cutting across this way and not going out to the left.
We're getting RPG. What is this? Play your life.
There's minis there. That's cool. That's rough.
Oh, retards, dude. Absolute
You just completely left him after that RPG. There was so much possibilities to be with each other, but I don't think you looked back a single time, lady. Kind of a monka. Did I skip the R bombs? Yes, I think I did. Cool. We're chilling. I know he said play your life. That was true, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I don't necessarily want that to happen. I don't necessarily want that to be a thing.
Wait for placement. It's gonna happen in this zone.
Those are the dickheads from earlier.
Yes, it is. This is a beautifully poetic hold. Yes. Yes.
Kill that kid. Kill that click skin. He's the one who griefed us.
Fortnite is an emotional game. Holy crap. My guy says, kill that kid. That's the kid who griefed us. What's up? Okay. Fortnite's an emotional game. Holy crap. My man is holding grudges. He's holding grudges. And it's funny because it's like definitely counter to what he was interested in the first place. Glass said, play for placement. Play for placement. And instantly, number one, Lloydie's completely ignoring him and he's just taking shots, which sure, not a million, but just like when we're thinking about how the comms are going and how the plans are going in the first place. Then all of a sudden he's like, no, kill this kid. When we were talking about playing for placement. Look at the mats. Look at if you start getting spammed at all, you're kind of in trouble. You're kind of in trouble. You're gonna waste a lot. I like this. I'm fine with this. But if somebody else in the server decided, hey, I want to grief you, monka monka monka, like these guys underneath. Got zone. Let's go. Oh, I think he tried to edit down on that kid. Yeah, he did. That would have been natty.
You have 500 metal, 50 brick.
I know.
I mean, it would have been a little bit psycho. I'm actually glad he missed that edit because there's two players there, and that would have been terribly awkward. No, no, no. There's a lot of wasted time here. Essentially, you're not doing anything. Like you're on the edge, you're on the front of zone. You're looking ahead of you. You're looking for options, but I don't think I've looked back once. I don't think you know if you're covering your angles. It's good so far, though. Very, very good.
You might be able to get those.
Oh, that was an RPG opportunity. You saw this guy double ramping on the side. He is starting to wall, which is good, but.
Got placement.
See, like, I have no clue what's over here. I feel like this is a beam in the making. That was great. Good try. Now there's definitely people looking at you. Good stuff. I think this is, where were they? They were over here.
You're almost top 7. There's 14 left. Play for your life.
Nice. A little booger. You got the little booger. My man.
And you have zones on your back.
Right back in it. Let's go. How much was that? He was probably running out of... He just got max metal, max wood, basically.
You're big chillin'. You have so much mass. And you have zones on your back. It's a water zone.
It's so funny how this game works, man. Stuff like that. That's crazy.
So close to top 7. Just play zone. There you go.
Good catch.
You might be able to take it if you get one more rocket off.
Floppers down there. Good take. That's it. Boom.
Bro, fucking place.
So this is an example of just like these types of low point games. I'm not saying this is, well, yeah, this is a pretty low point game. Let's just leave it at that.
400 metal.
You literally will win the game just by staying ahead of zone. just by staying way ahead of zone. Sure, he got the refresh in this case, but if it was both of them, like, it's so free in some cases. Nice. Good AR follow-up. It's super easy to get tags and shotguns through stairs tunnels on RPGs.
Could be a 1v1v1 or 2v2. I mean 2v1.
Oh, good catch.
Oh, great RPG.
Yes, yes. RPG hide in the water. GG's. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. Clean finish in the 1v1.
Just stay out of it. Make sure he doesn't box.
Bro, he should be dead, bro. I understand. I understand why he just took 2 tags. He should be dead.
Lloydie?
Yeah.
My man just clutched. Get hype.
You're insane.
Let's go. Okay, there we go. There we go.
You're insane.
Good stuff. All right, back to Holly Hedges.
Top 100. Oh, it's not. It's top 75. Oh, top 100, 650. Yeah. But I want to shoot for top 20.
Yeah. We can definitely do that. If
we have hella people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to dip out of here.
Oh, this is the game I was talking about.
Yeah.
See, look how simple that was. This is something I don't get. Why when I see people with these crazy drops, I don't ever see anybody do what Lloydie and Gloss just do. Like, sure, when I watch the best players, of course I do see that. But when we drop into these types of games, where it's like 15 people Holly Hedges, it's like, why would I bother with this? Like, why is everybody not being like, oh crap, let's go somewhere else? It's like everybody commits. I'm just like, makes no sense, man. I'd rather drop at a shack than drop Holly Hedges in some cases, unless I have the best drop. Like, it's such a waste of time.
Where? Okay, well, you can do that. I'm gonna land at this thing, this shack.
Good split.
And then I'll get over to you ASAP.
Good split. It's a great split. The only issue is I feel like you didn't really look to see if this was possible. You didn't really look to make sure and to cement this as good, right? I feel like there's possibilities of people 50-50ing you without you guys paying attention.
Shout out Wilder for the host.
Facts. First though, I'm on my way.
We play strictly placement this game.
Yeah.
Do it. Yes.
Is way different than NA whole.
Hit this.
Wilder.
Hit this, rotate.
That was what? That was a low point lobby, dude. And think about that. Like, that was a real endgame in like a low point lobby. Like, how weird is that?
NA East. We're weirdos. What can I say? We have good practice.
I love how I can clutch up on this server, but I can't on the other.
What do you mean?
Hit this. I'm literally not skipping just because I'm so excited for this rotate. Yes. This is so cool.
If you were on ping, you wouldn't have clutched last game. Because you did that same jumping thing you do with the RPG. That scares me every time you do it.
All right. Well, that was it. So look what they got. They had the possibility of going into Holly Hedges, hella contested. Probably gonna die off spawn with maybe a couple of elims.
I'm not.
And they got 2 pretty decent drops with a bunch of fishing spots, completely uncontested fishing and Slurpee, basically. Now you tell me that wasn't the the most worth swap I've ever seen. Holy! Look at the kit.
SMG.
What color?
Blue.
Look at the kit. 4 floppers, 2 slurpfish, and he's not even done. And they got max shield, and he upgraded his shotgun.
Blue sniper. Did you pick up? This place wasn't. Let's just dip.
What did he just? He's got a scar. Come on, man.
Oh, dude, I told you the zone would be there.
Oh, here's the zone. Good. I love the path that they took through here. This is uncontested. That's crazy. Also pretty useful to know. Oh, there's a bunch of people at Holly. The areas around it, probably not going to be as many for whatever reason. I feel like that's counterintuitive, but it almost always is true.
Yeah, I'll take 1 tick.
Okay. I need metal still.
I have 400 metal.
So plenty of extra loot. Let's skip ahead. Ideas to rotate all the way south across this place. I like it a
Jason
lot.
gods. Yo, look. It's the oink party with the mob up there.
What?
Dang. Nade shots up there.
Oink party without the lights. When mob shows
Wait,
up.
hold up. Think about it. Nade shot might know who Oink is.
What is going on?
Isn't that mad funny? Oh yeah, I got in touch with the designer.
That's so funny. What the heck is the oink party? I like it. Okay, the vibes are high. I like
know,
it.
You told me.
Metal's an issue. I think they already know that because I distinctly remember them in this
are we
game
pulling the
being like,
left
"Oh, I
eye?
need metal."
He's alone, it looks like. That kid looks like he's alone. Nope.
No.
Okay, he's really close. He's really close. What do you guys think? Should he continue and just break line of sight, or should he do what he just did? I struggle with the answer to this.
I got heads in.
This is
I
not
feel
the
like
play.
I thought he was way up on this mountain when I first saw. Let's see. Would have died. Yeah, I thought he was way
Wants to
farther.
play, but these guys just ruined it. Where's
I
I don't
tend
think
to
this
agree.
doesn't
with you.
need metal, bro. After the one top 5 community.
Oh.
And it works out, I
I was
guess.
like, y'all really just gonna use my clip without my permission? That's fucked.
Dude, they're an infer, dude. They're insane. Because you can infer from that they're retarded. 200.
We could get that drop.
How many do you have now?
Good path.
139. What's up,
Oh,
Muhammad?
what is this build
Hey,
fight?
For the gang. They boxed up right here. We could get that drop.
Oh man.
Do you want to?
No.
No?
I want to go up this hill.
Let's go up through the back.
I agree.
I still have
agree,
zero
I agree,
metal.
I agree.
This one or up here?
So important to just get
We
up
can
on
go
these hills.
that way. I don't care. This way's
There's
probably
other people
safer.
up there. There's other people up there.
Okay, then never mind. We just wait for zone.
This is a good call
Let's sit
too.
right here and
You
wait.
could have easily got the drop at this.
Okay. Can you come over here or something?
We have to go
Oh, we
up
got
anyways.
zone.
Yeah.
This way?
Yeah, I have no metal though still.
What is this? Yeah, that's not zone. You don't have metal at all?
I have 80. I haven't
Going
found
to
any
ammo too,
metal.
which is gonna be bad if you get a good position.
450.
Okay.
Bro, this part of the zone is gonna be empty, but like this is a mountainside. You wanna just hang out right on this edge right here behind?
Nah.
They're gonna nade down. They're
Yeah,
gonna nade down.
exactly. We need to get more set. Like, I want to go like right here. Oh, that's like down more once I go up a little bit.
You can go right here. Oh,
Nah.
people.
Yeah, they're gonna claim that. Is it just one?
Wanna beam him?
Yeah, 3.
This call is
Two,
needs to
one,
be
go.
quick.
Did you hit him for white or no?
No. I coned him.
Oh man,
Okay, just go down.
that was almost so sick with the cone and the side with the wall. Oh, it was almost so dope.
Just go down. He just got beamed.
Okay, come to me. Do you have shield?
Do I?
The minis? The minis, right? You have the minis.
Yeah, I only have 2 though.
I just need one.
Here, just take that.
Man, that was actually really close. He was just keeping his edge open while he was looking up, and his teammate, I guess, comes to the side.
We're good right here.
It's actually okay. So like, I struggle because I know he needs metal. I know, and I want this. I really do. But at the same time, like, I want this so much more. I want to be up there. I want to be at least pushing slightly ever closer to the top.
Here,
Just because, man, if you don't get zone here, if zone pulls the other way, this is going to be very annoying. Especially because you already know there's 3 teams watching you.
I'm going to end my cone.
But this metal is very worth.
Cosmic Peach Wolf. He's insane, dude. He's already popping up.
Like, I wouldn't mind farming this and then moving, but obviously zone is moving as well. So
Represent.
still, being center
Oh, we're gonna
center
take
third,
60
bro,
and
it's
run
just so powerful.
Why?
Because we're getting top 500. I want to put CA in my name.
Should I make that a thing like cosmic, like the comp?
Same thing though, like you're leaving
CA.
open.
Like
Last
CA,
seems to be a lot
Like
more
at the end or at the beginning, or it should be at the end.
passive and
I don't
safe
know,
than
I
you.
just feel like lowercase CA would look good next
But bro, you could get max metal in this. You'd be max metal and fill
to the
whatever
front or the back.
glass Still needs, because I doubt he has max as well. So twos and Slurpee. But never mind.
I'm at
Fuck
400
that,
now.
Shaq.
Do you want 100?
We don't care anyways.
Yeah.
We don't care anyways.
300.
Okay, I'm at 325. Goblins, bro.
Okay. Watch these boys. They're kind of scary looking.
Oh, we could have been farming this too. On that side. That would have been dope. Then you guys would have
They're
been
kinda
both
scary.
max metal. And have a bit of a split.
Well, we're chilling right here. Look, that kid ran. We just need to wait for zone.
Bro, I had terrible bloom when we sprayed that kid.
I hit him once.
I hit him like once, and then it was just like, nah.
Spooky Goblin. Fuck yeah.
Ooh, I think he just found. He knows
It's
the.
definitely-
He
it's
knows the
definitely not
pass
gonna go
phrase.
southeast.
Yo, guys, spooky goblins to get zone. Spooky goblins to get zone. That's how you do it.
Definitely feel like this.
Let's go. We found your
if it
secrets,
is-
Lumen. We found your
I'm gonna
secrets.
have box right here.
Everybody take notes.
I'm just gonna stay here and wait, I guess.
Forgot about my
I'm gonna
notepad
go my
here.
phone.
Spooky Goblin, bro. Spooky Goblin.
No. You're
Say-
griefing. You're griefing your own passcode. You can't use it twice in one game.
It goes
It's
up
gonna.
and up.
Come on, bro. You can't grief your own password. That's like leaking custom codes. That's terrible. Banned from Prac. Get out of here, bro. Oh my god.
Aw, shit,
I
we
can't
gotta go.
believe you
We
just
gotta
did
go now.
that. Jesus.
Yep.
This team,
And you ruined it for the rest of us.
backside. Oh. Yeah. Go, guys.
Uh,
Go.
Yo,
Go in, boys.
we're chilling. Oh, it's a
These guys
shame.
are-
It's a shame you guys are getting beamed and we aren't.
Drop.
Oh. All right, hold up. Wait, why, Glass? Why? Why did you drop? You were literally in zone. You were literally in zone. No,
We're
this
chilling,
hurts
bro.
so bad.
Oh.
Should we go on top of this team?
Yeah, right there, right there, right there.
You guys be watching too many Ballatw VOD reviews. Why are you pickaxing? Come
Oh,
on,
it's a
man.
shame. It's a shame you guys are getting
Follow the
beamed.
unknown army laws. Yeah, you guys could have just based that right here. And you guys would have been chilling, and you would have been high, and you would have been beaming back on these guys. Because, look, what's going to happen, you base up over here. Now, all these guys who are rotating with you, all the guys who are rotating late, those guys who you left in the dust, who are all the way back there, bro, they are,
And we aren't.
they're free pickings.
Drop.
And now you can't shoot them. This
We're
mountain
chilling,
is
bro.
in the way.
Oh,
Should we go on top of this team?
yeah, right there, right there, right there.
Health used on the rotate?
We could just zone
Approximately.
hold these kids now.
What was it? 100 something?
I just popped the last of my minis.
Okay, I have 5 floppers.
That's a
might make
big ol'
crazy
rip.
flopper play. I don't know yet.
I have 4 floppers. I might too.
I say, yeah, if we need that, if there's like 15 people left, then we do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Somebody's asking, they probably wanted
need that-
center
we need that second
and
place
half in, half out
We'll get
for whatever
kills out of
reason.
it. Yo, get ready,
And we've talked
No.
about this quite a bit.
Is there someone above
I'm
us?
sitting in a cone right now.
Definitely not the
Yeah,
play
there's
when
a
there's
kid right above
34
us
people up.
east. I'm
Just
sitting
get
right
in the
next to him.
zone and get a good high position. That's basically the 2 goals, right? It's just get in the zone and get a good high position, like if you can.
Alright,
But
this could be weird. This could
priority
be
number
weird.
1 is
They're
being in
mountain.
zone. That's it.
I know.
Get a decent base in zone that you can look back with. And then priority number 2 is get it as high as possible. Don't waste. Don't be build fighting for height,
Whoa.
but
Zone.
get as high as possible because that gives you the opportunity for tax. Like, look. Now they actually have to travel upwards for zone 2, which is just another hassle. The good thing is they have ideas of going kind of low and then coming up late if the zone decides to go that way, but you never know. It could go this way. I don't know. I don't know how these zones move. Somebody needs to study that.
Come here.
I'm coming. Here.
This.
It's probably as basic as
I'll
just
mark
like
it, I'll
move
mark
center
it.
to center.
Yeah, we have to go
Draws
over
a
the
straight
mountain,
line.
bro. Don't fight that.
I'm
Don't.
dead. I'm dead. I didn't even fight. I just ended up in the same block. I'm alive.
I'm coming. Follow me.
I got my bumpers up.
My man said, I'm alive. And then Lloydie went, yo, I'm coming. He drops down. He doesn't even get to him. And he says, let's go. Follow me. I like it.
No way I'm alive right now.
It's the same thing though on that other rotate. Remember that I pointed out in that 5th zone, it's like where Glass died and Lloydie just basically didn't even look at him. This is what I'm talking about. This is starting to be a thematic mistake. This is starting to be like, shit, man. Like, look for your teammate.
I got RPG'd into their box.
We're chilling
Like,
right
look
here.
for it.
We have to go up though.
Storm Surge, we're 8 above.
Yeah, I got us some hits.
2 people need to die though.
Ah,
Why is my
pre-edited
thing
window.
pre-edited?
Pre-edited window. Monka. Good fix. It's good. That idea like slightly worked, but it was kind of forced about going slightly to the left and coming up late. Probably would have just been better to go across diagonally, but that would have put him center. So I kind of like the edge movement of going out this way first. It's not direct, and they spent a lot of mats for it,
Got one.
but
Nice.
it was still quite good.
I got minis out of it. I'm with you.
Okay, I'm going up.
Yeah, I got minis out of it. Lloydie doesn't react to that at all.
Oh.
Right? It's just, yeah, I gotta go
I
in.
blocked
Yeah,
them,
sure.
so they can't take you.
Gotta
Okay,
kill.
a little free kill.
Oh.
No problem. Hey, we're
I have
together.
so many floppers, but
Glass, let's go.
right.
We're close to placement.
I have 6 floppers. I have 6 floppers right now.
I have 4. And I have
Down the
one
mountain. Down the mountain.
Good block. I love it. That guy came flying. That guy came zooming. He was out. Does not care whatsoever. Oh!
Miho, who the fuck are you?
Who cares, bro?
Careful.
I am. We have to go down.
I might be done. I'm gonna try to stay in zone. I'm playing zone.
Okay, I'm down.
Nice. I love the call from Glass. I'm playing zone. I'm down. Like, they're clearly split. Now, I have no criticism of them being away from them. I would have maybe wished that Lloydie kind of looked up and started spamming for his teammate so that he has at least something to work for.
I have
work
height.
with.
Okay, well, you don't need height right now, bro.
I'm going down.
Left shoulder peek. Same type of thing. Good stuff. I love
got a
how you
kill
just
again.
run in the open. Look up for your teammate, please. Finally. Stuff. Keep looking up. Or build up even.
Top 7.
Is there still a team? Is there still somebody up there? Is there anything? Glass? What's the situation up there? Because Lloydie's down here and he has a possibility of taking height.
Dude, I just griefed so many people. I got another kill. Top 4.
Lloydie, you're kind of nuts. Kind of nuts with it.
Above. One no build.
I couldn't.
Dude,
Sucks.
good stuff though.
Just get top 2. Did that guy die? Sorry, this is for my own interest now. This guy above die?
One no build.
I couldn't.
Dude,
How did he play second? That must have not been from
good
above.
stuff though. 3 kills out of it.
We're chilling
There
right
was
now.
there was nobody above.
Thing.
All right, cool. So I'm seeing more like issues here where you guys don't play together and you split. There's never a way for you guys to get back. There's never a play for you guys to get back together. Game 4 or whatever. I'm almost to you. Anything like that, right? So it's very good solo play essentially. But because of that, you guys are never together and you guys are never actually making plays together. I think you guys would benefit greatly from being together in Endgame.
Like, I'd stick with you. I let you rotate, and then I'd stick and look for picks with you.
Yes, there you go. You're
But
talking
also,
about it.
like, we know how to fight.
Whoa,
on our
who
own,
the
so
fuck are
when
these kids? How the fuck are they?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa, what are you doing? Look at you. Wait, wait, wait.
Aw, they're not doing it.
You have a growling skin, dude.
How?
They are very, very, very fake. Fake polar legends.
Oh yeah. I was
And so,
focusing
like,
on rotation. You were like doing a zone play.
And it works. I got.
Destiny Jesus, thank you for the 7 months. These motherfuckers doing my route and ain't winning every game. Shaking my head, my head. Shaking my head, my head.
3 kills out of it.
Shaking my head, my head.
We're
One
getting
team,
contested.
2, 1 team.
Shaking my head, my head.
They're this green skin's lower than you.
Thank you for the prime, appreciate it.
3 chests.
He's landing right here. I'm landing yellow. He has center.
Oh, it's beautiful. These Christmas chests are
We
so
might be able
beautiful.
to, like, disengage and just run
They're
away.
so OP.
After if we get decent enough loot.
I have an AR and a shotgun.
Good. Finally a split and finally a good call to get out.
Nice. Don't shoot at me, pussy. Where are you? I see him on the house. I'm gonna nade him.
Needed. Yes, yes, yes.
All
No,
those
no,
miss.
no.
They're pushing.
So you
Are
guys
they?
could have received these guys, and this is another positional
going.
thing, especially early game. Well,
Go
let's
in
go
the house.
back. Like we could have just set up, especially at this point, right? Okay, this guy's over here, the other guy's pushing from this side in this way, and this I think this is the only team. I might have the picture wrong in my head, but like okay, they might have a good pinch, but you guys could also just get wide. You could have not given up the building that you were at and get a little wider, hide behind the
They
hedges.
rotated
These sort of
over. They
flanks
could
are
rotate
pretty
from the
good.
house over. Oh, they're right here, right in
No,
front
they're
of us.
pushing. They're pushing.
Okay, you keep opting to like back up and grab these nades, but like imagine a situation where you actually just lurk around, and all of a sudden now you guys got a great pinch on these guys who are like, oh my god, these guys are bots. They're disengaging from the fight, right? You know,
Are they on the house?
these are ideas that could easily
they are.
instantly win you
They're on the
fights instantly.
I sent an RPG. Disengage.
That you got to work on early game, and it sucks while you're working on it, because you often lose just because you guys don't know how to actually
Are they in
like
the house?
fix errors
they're
where
one's
the
on the
position like the flanking stuff doesn't work.
Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna.
But man, is it free kills? It's literally
get out of
free 50 pots
Yeah,
on
those
people
did.
who do this type of stuff.
That house got blown.
Like even here, continue to receive them in a way like that would like if you continue to flank over and you maybe continue down here. All of a sudden, man, they get in a bad position. They're
let's
basically
just-
walking
Let's
into
just loot up these small
getting
houses.
tagged instantly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, this is good. This right here, perfect. Getting in the bush, especially when they don't see you. All right, well, now you're
Yeah,
kind of giving it
they're
up.
pushing me, bro.
Right? Just keep letting glass, like try to make different positional like ideas or whatever. Also, maybe even just baiting them into going into you. That's good. That's freaking great.
We fight it.
We have to.
I have like no math for this.
Got knocked out.
Oh! Sorry, Mr. Cappy.
Got the other.
Jesus Christ, he got melted. That's what I'm talking about, though. Like those guys were clearly not gonna win that fight. I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense what they're doing. They started pushing you from center of Holly Hedges. They pushed you off. There's still tons of buildings unlooted in Holly Hedges. I don't understand that at all. But in any case, it all worked out.
They both had shield on.
That hit.
It all worked out, but it didn't really. Like, think about this, because you just mopped them 1v2, and glass was nowhere to be found. Not because of any. I guess it is your fault. Like, it's not. I'm not saying your fault isn't Lloyd. I'm saying this team's fault. It's the duo's fault, because they didn't make any play to set each other up for double firing, for crossfires, for pinches, anything like that. It was just like, okay, I'm using me as bait.
I
They're gonna run
one-pumped
into the
one.
bush.
I
Yay!
one pumped one when he came in the bush, and then the second one I pumped out.
Oh word.
I pumped him for like 30, and then AR sprayed him down. I have another scar though. Sweet.
I'm gonna go left. check the chest.
I don't know if there was a second fishing spot.
There's a fishing spot.
I have minis. I have minis.
It was good the way that they checked the fishing
I just
spots that we were talking about
Sorry.
earlier. Like this is the second time I think we've
Sorry
seen
again.
this.
I found a llama.
Alright.
Thanks for pointing that out, Tricks. Even though you pointed it out after I did. There's a kid here. I just sniped him.
It's these guys. It's this guy. Lloydie, you're the guy. You're the guy who instantly pulls
They're-
out a sniper and takes a shot when you see somebody,
Yeah,
even if
they're
you're getting
fucking
sprayed.
psychoing me right now.
You okay? Hello, Woody.
Okay. I think this is open enough that this works out. But if Glass's line of sight was blocked, this entire area is like super open, so it's not a big deal. But if Glass's line of sight was blocked, you'd be basically screwing yourself by boxing up. I still even think that the idea should be to back up even further into Glass so that you end up receiving them in good position. Right now, they're both stacking up on top of you. If you go this way, for example, and get really wide, Glass is getting free shots on these guys for a long time. And then you can both push from this. And all of a sudden, now they're both stacked on top of each other, not really doing much and not able to support each other very well. Oh.
This kid's a weirdo, bro.
You need a flopper?
Yep.
Or a slurp
Here,
fish?
here. Drop it.
I'll hold him up.
Okay.
2 floppers, 2 slurps.
Zone coming. There's a llama to fight for. Okay, maybe. This
think
is
okay.
this is okay, maybe.
They're gonna knock us down. I think.
To me, it doesn't look like they're knocking you down. To me, it looks like they're trying to disengage. I'm not exactly sure though.
Is that you?
Yeah.
See, this is the type of thing. Like, call your nades.
They're over there,
Just
they're
say, hey,
over
I'm nading. I'm nading. And that lets Glass set something up. He's all right. He's all of a
knock
sudden like, let's go, let's go. Good knock. Okay, now it's like, yeah, 100%. Let's take this fight. Good use of the nades. Like that was a period. If that didn't do anything, if you didn't get anything done with that, I'd start to be like, yeah, okay, this is not
It's
worth it
still
all.
shield, still
Let's
shielded.
start
Crack the
to
shield.
get going.
Knock down.
Want me to knock it down?
It's 1 shot left. Dead.
Nice, nice. Let's go. Did they get that llama still?
I don't know. I got 2 medkits.
Yeah, they got the llama. We just got dip now.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't get, or we get zone. Let's just go.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're going to the river? It's the
Alright,
other
I'm gonna
way
pop
though.
it right here.
I was like, why are you guys moving this direction instead of just moving straight? I think it's because they thought the river would actually go this way, but it goes this way. So that's it feels bad.
Okay.
Yo, there's people right
Oh God.
there near
Yep.
the boat.
Knocked.
They say they're looking for a boat.
Yeah, there's
Could
still
be a
a
boat
boat
spawn.
here.
Yeah, you're right.
Nice.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Boat right there. You guys are smart. You guys are smart. I'm not.
Alright, I'm gonna pop it right here.
Okay.
Yo, there's people right there near
Yep.
the boat.
Knocked one.
Jesus Christ.
Lloydie, I'm popping my medkit. I have 4 seconds left on it.
Okay.
I got it off.
Oh no. Y'all know who this is, right? Y'all know who this is.
He's popping something. He must be low.
Bro, he's a
floor.
freak. He's a freak.
He said he's a freak.
Got it off.
Yo, actually though, guys, this is what fighting unknown army feels like right here. This is what fighting unknown army feels like.
He's popping something.
Oh, you're gonna take my wall now. I'm gonna take a shot. Oh, got your wall now, bitch. Let's take a
Bro,
shot.
He's a freak.
He's a freak. Oh God. Jesus Christ, these peaks are insane.
Got him.
Go. We need to get to the boat.
Every
go to the
single
boat,
one
go
of
to the
those
boat.
is a
Grab that,
freaking
grab
right hand peak.
Grab his shit right there. Yeah,
Every single one.
grab his shit right there. Go to boat.
Go to boat.
And Lloydie just kept left shoulder peeking him. That's
We're gonna
actually
storm hill.
hilarious.
I'll drive.
He
I
hits
have a
his
medkit.
shots
Pop.
though.
Okay.
I got mini-
Drop it.
That first pump shot was nasty. Not this one.
I got it off.
The I think it's this one. Yeah, right here. Bop! That was nasty, nasty. This peak just mind blows me. Like, he just got chunked so hard, but he knows exactly where he's coming from.
Got him.
Let's go, Lloydie.
We need to get to the
Let's
boat.
go,
Yeah, go to
Lloydie.
the boat,
You
go
just
boat.
destroyed Posic.
Grab his shit right there.
And then basically destroyed Unknown
Grab his
Army.
shit right there.
Kind
Go
of.
to boat.
Go to boat. Go to boat.
I wouldn't say that was destruction. I mean, I guess it kind of was
gonna
because
get
of the
storm
shots,
mode.
but
I'll
though
drive,
that
I'll
could have
drive. I
easily
have
gone a
medkit, you
different
need to
way.
pop.
Okay.
Could have
Drop it, drop it, drop
easily
it.
gone a
Let's go.
different way.
I already have minis. I already have minis. Take the minis. I have 2.
I have massive. Them boys.
Okay.
Man, they're chilling. Holy crap.
Those
Back into
down.
Holly. Look at this loadout. Max mats. They're literally AFK. They're literally AFK clipping Unknown. Like,
Moved it, though. Shoot it for that.
Earning.
For earning. Do you have any AR?
Stop. Do that. I'm gonna
Game.
watch the. It's like a double wall. Why do you have to double?
It's a different unknown bridge, though. Those kids are weirdos.
all right, cool. So far, like, I haven't seen anything bad about this game at all. Like, they did much better positionally. They've barely even taken any shots. They've barely gotten shot at. They've barely run into any teams. That's the beauty of being uncontested and catching zones. It's wonderful.
Place a. Like they're gonna take. I know.
We can even skip to 5th zone here. That's beautiful.
Easy.
Like it's so simple.
Wait, what was the key
No,
this
because
time?
spooky goblins. Like what?
Yeah, but like they don't
Say
know
it.
that.
Say
For
it.
the
Spooky
one
goblins, you have
time.
2 seconds.
Goblins are under.
It's the code! It's the code! This is how you get zones! It's spooky
It's so
goblins!
simple.
It's spooky goblin. You say it one time. You say it one
so good at
time.
this
You and
game.
your teammate. A single time. Only one use per game.
We are
Only one use per game. This is how you catch zones.
We don't need to
not
move.
stupid.
They literally found the cheat code.
The amount of time.
If you really need 4th, you
Honestly,
can
in
use
this
it
zone
during
alone,
that.
we're
If you
gonna
really
get
need
2
5th, you use it during that. No more.
That kid's one hit right
Usage.
here on me.
Can't say it every zone.
Alright, just close it.
I hit him for 33 white 3 times. He had 1 HP.
Yo, Lloydie, come back. Oh wait, you're in your phone. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought you went
chilling.
up.
Nah, I started beaming a kid. Now they're
I
exchanging
don't
minis.
get
I'm
what you
putting
mean
on
with spooky goblins. Every time these
We're gonna
guys
have to
get
go up
zoned, right
eventually, and that's
before
gonna
it, they say
fuck us.
spooky goblins.
Not really.
It's
They
took
it's
their-
clearly
they
a
took their thing
Fortnite
back.
cheat.
28. We're good. What did they take back?
I don't know the answers. Bake it,
Yeah,
bake,
the floor above you. The floor above you.
baked
No, we
leaf.
probably have the most
The
maps in
hell?
the lobby.
I know.
I don't know the answer to that. You must have a more powerful spooky goblin than everybody else. I
We're gonna
believe.
get north. We're gonna be able to rotate west too. Watch.
That's my
I wanna
guess.
rotate
Like
north.
You wanna
the
rotate
person who
north?
says
Okay,
it the
we'll rotate
most
north,
with the
don't worry,
most
I got
power
you.
and with
Spooky
the most marketability.
I'm a
We'll get it.
sneaky goblin.
That's got to be the way that
Look
that
how
works.
marketable this is. Hear all that marketability?
Yeah, you hear it? Do you smell that markability north?
That
Do you have your
markability.
points in your title?
Nah.
You should probably do that just in case you know any.
Nah, north.
like that.
Fuck. Okay, that's not that bad.
See?
Bad.
See,
You want me to
they
tunnel?
couldn't
Yeah,
use their cheat
You're the
codes.
best
So.
at it.
It's above us, so I'm gonna have to go like this. Whoop, up a layer, follow. Okay.
Wait, hold up.
It's above us. So your title?
Nah.
Did he say that
Probably do
glass is
that
the
just
best
in case, you
tunnel?
know, any,
Nah,
like,
north.
like that.
Fuck. Okay, that's
Oh,
not that bad.
Not bad. You want me to tunnel?
Yeah, you're the best at it.
You're the best at it. Then why are you tunneling the entire
Above
time?
us, so I'm gonna have to go like this. Whoop, up a layer, follow.
All right, glass. Let's get going though. We need to get going. Here we go. Okay,
Walk
here we
in.
go.
We're good right here.
Good comms from glass too. These guys are turning it up.
And
It's
we're-
exactly what I was talking about before.
Wow, it's almost as if I'm a rotational genius.
And a positional mastermind?
I
No
can make
way.
the frick out of someone. Who
Wait,
wants it?
Come on, glass. Do your job.
Rah.
Do your job, glass. No, it's Lloyd again.
Whoa. Are you tunneling?
Yeah, I tunneled.
This is a zone right here. We gotta get up that.
Ooh. Ooh.
I hit them both.
Go,
I hit them
go,
both.
go. Watch behind. Oh no, honor me. Cracked. One shot.
Oh, you saved me. You saved me. I'm out. He's down. He's down.
I saved your life.
You saved my life, bro.
No
Catch
way.
yourself.
We're about to get placement.
I
End
boxed up. I
zone.
boxed up. I'm chilling.
Like
I'm
this
one
is what
about
I'm
you.
saying. Like their end game is always so disjointed, and neither one of them has specific roles. I was kind of alluding to it, but that's what I'm feeling right now is that it needs to be Lloydie or Glass. And from the brief tunneling that I've seen from Glass, he's better at communicating what he's doing so that it's easier for Lloydie to follow. The only issue is that he stops and he looks for shots way too much. Like pick your roles, and then all of a sudden, guys, you guys are gonna be a million times better, and you're gonna get to endgame way more with each other. You guys clearly can play endgame by yourself.
You saved my
Clearly,
life, bro.
clearly.
Holy shit.
I saw you get killed. I'm about to get killed. Next zone, where is it gonna be?
I love the
Don't go to
relaxedness
placement, don't
that
do
Glass
anything.
is bringing
Back,
to
back.
the
Back,
team
back.
in
I'm gonna get
endgame.
dinked. I'm good. Go. Break this. We don't need picks. We don't need picks.
Here.
Tunnel. I'm popping a shield.
Like this is a solo tunnel the entire way. Like Glass has to do so much work to actually stay within that, which
You want to go for height here?
sucks.
Wait. Let me see it.
Like try to learn basically using the I don't know what game this is. I'm gonna say game 7. No, this is game 6, I think. Endgame Slurpee. Let's just say basically learn diagonal connection tunnels for your teammate to stay with you. Glass tunnel was very good at communicating, but stops early. Like those are pretty basic mistakes, some major mistakes for you guys to fix. But I think it will turn to this thematic ability. This is the same thing. Thematic mistake. I don't know. That's such a lame term. I'm not using that shit anymore. Defined roles, I guess I should say. Here, this is kind of the same from this. Define some roles. Have one tunnel far. Have one focus on kills. Comms related to that. Right. The reason you want to do that is you guys are going to get so much better at those specific things. Right. One person's going to be getting way better at tunneling and keeping the comms going so that it's easy for your teammate to follow. And the second guy is going to be way better at like communicating. When there's an opportunity for a kill, when to stop the tunnel, when to move the tunnel forward so that we can continue to get these options. When the layers are bad, all these different things, you can guide each other and help each other much better because you're expanding on your skills at that role. Like it's very important. Sure, you guys want to swap every once in a while so you guys have an understanding of what it takes for both, but you should each, especially in a tournament, just be focused. Be focused on one. Let's continue.
Go! Wait. No.
Right here. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Knock them
sorry.
both down.
They were making
That's
play
us.
for height.
On it.
Height.
It works.
Got it.
I have it.
No, there's
Right
another
here,
kid.
right
Yeah.
here. I'm gonna crank.
See, okay, that's what I talk about when I'm saying like you crank from different angles and you go from different directions, because there he's fighting for height. Glass has the right idea to spam, but if he was just one layer over or maybe two or coming from a different direction, this guy is getting spammed at the same time while he's fighting this guy, and he's going to get tagged and he's going to have to drop down instantly. Sure, this worked out in this case, but if he was slightly faster, all of a sudden you've lost height against a single guy.
I'm
where you
in. I
shouldn't
have
at
it.
all.
We have it. I only have 27 mats though.
I have 200. Here's 100.
Here. Okay.
No, don't double.
Okay.
Drop a little bit.
It's correct what Glass says. He says don't double. But this is connections, right? This is, can you guys see this? Yeah, okay, you can. High ground heart fundamentals. Connect early, connect often, and split tarp, right? So Glass should go underneath and maybe tarp a little bit, and you guys should connect to each other that way. And that way, this won't get fully knocked out. One person will still be up, and you can build right back up.
We're coming down.
Oof, that was a lot of damage.
Got one.
You have fish to
Yeah,
play?
we're still height. They're all down. All down.
Oh, call that, Lloydie. Please call that. Please call that.
Spray. 30. Connect to this.
Nice.
Oh, that was a good idea.
I
It just
rocketed
sucks.
myself. I'm so,
So
good at this game.
unfortunate. Yeah, Lodi, you should have 100% called that these guys are in zone. Like, you saw them. Clearly saw them. Clearly are recognizing, this is Lodi, things, but not calling or making any attempt to tell your teammate. You're not marking, you're not doing anything at all because you're focused on whatever. You're tunnel vision on your own self.
They took height. I'm gonna get it back.
Nah, I got killed from behind. Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, go, Glass. You win this. You win this. You
No
win this.
way, Glass. No way. No way. Let's go, baby. The zip line.
Holy shit, bro.
Oh my god, baby.
Dude, that was such a good kite, bro. You need to post.
That was disgusting. I want to see that from his POV. That guy got destroyed. Second guy.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, go, Glass. You win this. You win this.
Bop.
You win this.
The zip line. Ha!
Oh,
No way. That was
Holy
disgusting.
shit, bro.
I'm so good.
Dude, that was such a good kite, bro. You need to post that. You need to post that, bro. Eat that zip line.
People go on the other side. Okay, let's get a good split on
No
this
way,
side.
Bro. He landed at my
I'm
house.
coming to you.
I'm dead.
This guy 50-50. This is not something that you necessarily could have seriously avoided.
How many shots do we have?
But good call. This time you actually called it out. I didn't see this as a possibility. I didn't see this guy at all.
One's trailing high.
I'm landing here.
Go left side. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
going
gonna
left.
land here.
They're going left too. They're going left. One's.
Oh yeah, I don't know why you didn't go through the front door or land on the roof. That's just a mistake on your end.
I'm all set.
He's landing.
This is straight up just not knowledge of your drop spot. This is straight up not having the knowledge of your drop spot because you had the better drop. You had straight up the better drop. You were landing on the roof. You didn't need to go through the back door. You had the front door drop. There's so much about it. I think it's because you thought there was a chest over here.
At
And
my
which
house.
there's
No way,
mults.
bro. He landed at my
I'm
house.
coming to you.
I'm dead.
So, quite unfortunate.
I
Only
can't.
80.
I
It's
got
fine. It's
stuck
fine.
Next game.
on-
Next game. Good comms though. Game 7. Early game death because of wasting a good drop. Basically. You guys had a good split. The guy 50-50'd you. You had to be ready and know how to do it. You had the best drop.
Need a gun.
Okay.
I'm ready.
what the hell is this split?
No, there's one duo. This kid's landing up here alone. Don't land up there.
I'm not. Where do
Wait, what happened? What's the deal? A lot of people holly? Sorry, I'm zoning out a little bit.
We're
What
getting
time is it?
contested.
4:18.
Double contested, triple contested, quadruple contested. We are not
Halfway
going there.
through.
Peel. Where are we peeling to? Whaling?
Yeah.
There's no one whaling, I don't think.
No, there's one duo. This kid's landing up here alone. Don't land up there.
I'm not. Where do we? I can land bridge.
Sure, land bridge.
Yo, but he's by himself.
Yeah, okay, we'll target him.
I like the
Almost-
plan.
I
I
don't,
don't like
a
how you
gun.
drop on his side. Like, you might as well at least just go to the other side. This is bad knowledge of the spot, but that's okay because this is a peel spot. I like that turn, by the
I
way.
need a gun.
Peel. We've
Okay.
got to peel.
I need whatever's out of this chest. Oh, okay. Dope. Drop one.
Here, mate. Go loot the house.
Oh, there's a shotgun right here.
Word. I have an SMG, so like I'm
There's an
not
SMG
worried.
right in front of me. We need to push this kid now. We can
Hold
knock
the
him
pistol.
down. Knock him down.
What's the point? Knock him down. There's a
I have no mask. We should probably like. I'm gonna get a couple builds.
to play. Knock him down.
If we get
No,
this kill, we're good.
Definitely not. That'll take forever. I need to hear it.
He's chopping an ice block right now.
Bro, you gotta just wait for your teammate, I think. The guy had no clue you're here. Just chopping that ice block. He's
Trying
gonna
to
be
get
there
away.
in forever. Good stuff, though.
Dead.
The great plan. Great way to retake this, basically, and make it your own. Like, now all of a sudden, this
Kid right in
is
front of
good.
me. I have no builds. Absolutely nada.
Come here.
Okay.
No. I think you had the right idea to back
That's
up.
a solo.
This
That's
is
his teammate.
this is his teammate.
He was behind that tree. The green
While
one.
Glass
Yeah, he's
continued to
still there.
push.
Behind that tree, the green one. My
His
columns
shield.
are insane.
Nice.
Got him.
Good stuff.
That peak is underrated. The foots, like when you make a bad edit, that's not really a right hand peak, but it's like a left hand peak. You can still shoot the feet and it'd be like really good while you're still protected. I think that's an underrated peak.
We need to go now. We can loot the rest of this place up. I'm going to this house.
Okay, get mats and stuff. Is there any extra shotties?
Shotgun ammo. No.
Oh, I've got attack actually.
Okay.
Grab me some ammo if you can.
Here. Another tack for you. Here, green. Minis.
Mech.
We could try to crack him. He's not gonna fuck with you anymore.
Controller, baby.
So for reference, like
Hopefully they.
I talk about how
They're
I'm
not
trying to
gonna-
like make this a bit about how to review your own
Just go.
sessions,
Leave
and
me. Leave me. You're
I'm
able
obviously
to.
taking
I
a
already
long
think
time
them
because
a
I'm
long time.
explaining everything. My notes are way
everything.
faster because they're for myself. I don't try to make them, important
I've
for
got a
anybody
llama,
else to
I
read.
see it.
But when I'm doing this
Go,
on
go,
stream,
go.
clearly I'm taking
No
my
way.
sweet
You're not
time
gonna fuck with us anymore.
to explain and to try to actually
No
find
way.
stuff like,
Go,
and I know
go.
myself, right?
I
So
have
when
a
you're
med- I have a
reviewing your
med kit
own
for you once you
sessions,
box up.
let me lower their volume for a sec. When you're reviewing your own
Mad mats from
sessions,
this, okay?
you know yourself.
Build
You
immediately.
know what possibilities there are going to be for thematic mistakes because
Here,
you
go,
you
go, go,
feel
build.
it. You
Med
already
kit, med
know
kit, I
that
too.
you don't win games. You already know that
Drop
you
one,
die
drop
a lot early game. I didn't. I don't know how these guys played. I've never watched
Can
them
you drop a
before.
you drop a
So
med
it's obviously going to take a lot more time because if I'm for me, for example, I watched
Minis.
all of my early games, all of Ife and I early games. Every day I would watch all of our early games and all of our end games.
He got me.
And because I knew that the thematic mistakes were definitely early game related. Holy shit, this guy just shit on him.
Got this.
That was actually nuts, but you got way over aggressive. We'll come back to this fight.
Go
But
crazy on them.
essentially, this guy's nuts. Maybe we won't come back to the fight because they're going to get killed.
Careful. Just I say slow. Slow it down. Let's get
Essentially, I'd be able to skip a bunch of stuff. I knew our mid games were not weak at all. So I didn't watch our mid games. And you could speed that up. This should take probably 2 hours to review
damage. You got
15
this.
games of your own. So don't get discouraged by how long I take. These guys are nuts. They just whiff all their shots. Let's go, Lloydie. Come on, baby.
Oh,
Come on, baby. You got this. You got this. Come on.
88.
Left shoulder. This is left shoulder. He's so sick with the left shoulders and still getting the shots and not even getting shot back.
Damn, I
Ah,
shot
good try.
too, bro.
That'd have been nuts.
No worries.
Nice try. Okay, let's go back to that fight and decide. Basically, it's another llama.
Here, may take him.
We're gonna use mad mats from this, okay?
Just build immediately.
They know there's guys coming, I guess. Oh no, they're just center
Here.
zone.
Go, build.
Here, may take a med kit. I have 2. Drop one.
Oh, they're getting chased. That's what's happening. No, they're not.
Can you drop?
I don't know. Like, we don't know
Can you drop a
context.
med kit?
Oh yeah.
This is bad though. Context or
Are
not,
there more minis?
Here.
this is bad.
Go. I'm going height. He got me.
Man, from what that was, bro, from what that was, getting a llama to also being center zone and saying, literally saying, we just got to build, we just got to use all this metal, or we just got to use this resources. They literally called it. And they stay in one box and get naded center zone and gift them a llama. That just sucks.
Dude, how
That's
did
so
you get that
unfortunate.
corner?
That's what I'm talking about right there. That was the first thing that I noticed.
I'm going height.
This guy with the quick ass. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Straight through, reset,
How
reset.
did he get that
Boom.
corner?
Goes for the shot. Ugh.
You got this.
But yeah, just getting way too over aggressive. He's like, I'm cracked. I'm 13 years old and I'm cracked.
Go crazy on them.
That cone, nuts. These guys were good that they were fighting. Anyways, we watched the fight. This fight is over because they don't have health and they get pushed in one box and get naded, right? They have no initiative. They have nothing. They aren't able to receive this well at all. Like, just destroyed.
He's 88. That's the left hand.
Damn.
just
51
destroyed.
right now, apparently.
Was it? Did they just like try to go like parallel to the bus, like halfway across the
Alright,
map?
we might run into Tifu.
Is that the
Fine.
idea?
Good luck, my guy. I appreciate it, Carlo. Right now we're top 70.
Because it's like retail or Holly, and now
Yeah, but after
I
this
don't
game,
know.
we're gonna be
Like
top
I
10.
kind of vibe with
this
it,
game we will be
but
top
you
10.
have to know these spots.
You know why?
They clearly
What?
didn't know retail that
We're the
well.
freaking spookiest goblins and
I don't
They
even know how
clearly
that
don't
started.
really
Like, we
know
just played
Holly
once
even
and
that
I was
well.
like,
I think
bro,
you guys need to
you wanna
stick
yoink somewhere
Wanna
else?
go north?
with some of these spots.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing too, right? We know and we've seen the power of being able to peel off how, as you guys have done. I'd rather you guys be more available and more open to those peels, as you call them, at 1 or 2 spots, rather than going to an
I'm
entire
not gonna
new
make that, but
POI.
sure.
I do recommend that everybody has 2 or 3 drop spots that they
Anyone
can
go
use.
north here?
Just because the map
think so.
changes,
People landed here. We're good. We're good if we go
just
here.
because
Okay,
you have
you need to get
no
that
clue
then and
who's
just
going to
hold it
actually
down.
contest you in certain customs and
Bro.
stuff like that.
You know
Open
I
tournaments, you
hold
don't know whether a spot is going to be hot or not, depending on the day. Like, there's so much about
go
it. It's
seal.
like, you guys need to actually, split off and know all these different options, and
If you
have
get
all
a
these
spare weapon
different
for me, that'd be
drops.
greatly appreciated.
But each one of those drops requires 1 to
Actually,
2 different
I might
options
hit the
that you can
bottom rope
use,
fucking
both
landed,
internal
so they're not
splits
gonna
within the
get
drop
there.
spot, and also
Platformers thinking someone's going there.
Facts.
You know what
peels,
I don't do?
right?
Well,
Peeling off the
Top
spot
farm.
and going
But what
somewhere
are you
else.
Remember home shot?
Yeah.
Oh, and they die early game.
We can hold it. You haven't
Where did
looked-
this come from?
We just gotta make
Glass?
something
No
out of this
shield?
game.
This is where a lot of people have their walls, where they hit the walls. They get a lot of points early. They're on pace for a good performance. This is actually how most of my pop-up cups go. So I'm on pace for a good performance, but then I get into stack lobbies and I could perform in them, but I'm just so not used to them that I get wiped early game over and over and over and over.
I'm gonna need those glass.
Especially because we start doing
I'm gonna
crazy
need
things
those
like
glass
dropping
fucking
freaking
rotation
steamy and
for me.
dropping frenzy when we've never have even tested the waters
bro.
of that drop at all.
Find a snowman,
You
find a
know?
pumpkin.
Fuck.
All right,
Take-
I'm just skipping through this game because it's kind of irrelevant to the thematic stuff that we've spotted so far.
to win this.
I think.
If I'm Lloydie, I am
Alright,
watching
you
this,
win. Tap.
but yeah, there's clearly
There's a
nothing.
one-
Wait, no way.
Give me
I think there's water.
Does he actually get something done this game? He's already in 5th zone. He hasn't taken a single
left, right?
damage.
They went around.
His 4 fly. He could actually do something in this game. Same type of thing that I was talking about before. Like this is he's going backwards to get movement here, and now they know he's solo. Now they know he's scared.
Box, just box. They're rotating.
Okay, cool. Luckily they weren't
Almost to your left.
psychopaths. Good stuff. Let him pass. More people coming behind. Start moving. No. God rotate. God rotate.
You need to just under,
But-
under all the build.
Now that he gets spotted, this is going to be rough. Now that zone's moving, this is going to be rough. Good stuff, though. So much builds. Hasn't taken a damage yet. By the way. Hasn't got hit a single
39
time. There we go, finally. Over the entire game. That was really
Go to the
good.
mountain. You're good. 30.
No, we're
Just make sure these are all your builds. You don't want anyone
yep,
just
they
getting
are. They are.
Got zone. Without even using the spooky goblins cheat code. That's crazy. If you're pre-building, you might as well use metal or brick. I get it. You want to not
Expendable,
use those
just-
so that
just
you can get
expend as
ahead.
much metal as you can. You don't really want to use wood right now. Like
But
you're banking on that
that
you're banking on
build
those
is
first
not going to
two-
do
two
anything
places.
because it's only 150. Like it doesn't matter that you're building it early. Essentially, you're wasting that potential. There's a couple
Nice.
seconds there where
85 below.
You're
60
fine.
to die. 150 below.
you can out heal this.
You have 40 seconds for 60 foot be dead.
You can out heal this. I'm not even worried about it at all.
Yep. Just go to zone. They're in the other people's tunnel. Cover all angles. Everyone's looking for Storm Surge right now. 4 people need to die. Watch above. You're good. 32 left. 4 floppers. 1 needs to die. You might get hit with it. You're good. You're good. No more Storm Surge. 4 floppers, and you're about to get in zone.
This is actually crazy right now. I'm sitting here with my freaking.
Behind.
I'm holding my
You
breath.
can play zone if you have to.
Come on, Lloydie. I'm just cheering for him. I'm not even thinking about reviewing right now.
Flopper.
Okay, good at it down. Nah, he's dead. Too many cycles on him with no mats.
Back close to play.
Damn, I fucking choked all those shots. Did I even get placement? Nope.
Team from Pleasant.
Another llama. No way.
I got 3 now, Carrie.
Good spot.
Oh, nice.
By the way, every single llama they found so far, they fought at, which has been unfortunate.
Slurpfish.
Like, very unfortunate.
6 mini. I can carry floppers.
Carry floppers.
Okay.
I'll carry big pots.
Yeah, you can just harpoon this, by the way. No need to run
Can't
back.
carry the slurpfish though.
Drop the P90.
Yeah, just leave it.
Okay.
Someone can have a gift.
Or, yeah.
Oh, yeah, MG. This might before we move anymore. Unless we want to take river quick. Let them beam us more.
I'd like to be holding that
While I
harpoon too.
heal.
That harpoons are so good,
Gotta make
man.
sure
I
that
think
freaking
people just
wolf
don't
didn't land
understand,
where I
like,
came in.
because it has never worked for them. But when it does, bro, it's so good.
We can need to,
Right here. People, we need to just walk out right now.
yeah, just go hide behind something so these kids get in bush so these kids don't fucking abuse us.
Unless I was
Just
too
see us get in
slurfish.
bush. Be
I don't know.
careful.
I just don't think the P90 is that worth it.
60 pot.
I guess
Yeah.
because the AUG, it's okay, but
But
I think even
it might be them.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get away.
in stacked
I know
games,
they
it's
killed
not
us
that
twice
great.
already, I don't hear.
In weak games, the P90 is just like, okay, well, I can just shoot
What is that?
and completely
What?
end your
Strong
game.
on bridge. That's
Wait, that's very unfortunate.
great.
Now wipe the.
I mean, bridge.
We should now wipe the duo. Like I rocket rode him to height. He took height. He died. A squad pushed me because I was hiding.
I'm looking
in
for the
bush.
cheat code.
I killed them.
You
We
got
have center.
Because that's
down.
OP.
Yeah.
It literally got center.
Goblin.
No
masters.
way.
Anytime we get endgame,
Think about it.
I'll take it.
Zone.
Watch, we're
In case storm.
scared.
Go reef in the water. They're in zone though. Not even-
Oh god.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. I'm running out of time too, so I'm trying to get towards the end of the session. I think we're at game 9 now, something like that.
Who are the guys mating? I don't even know.
I'm gonna skip through even their picks on
look
4th
up.
zone. I don't think there's anything crucial. Here's their
Gotta be
rotate.
careful though.
They're starting to play a lot better together as time goes on. I guess it just like needed to warm up or something. I don't know. Or they've been talking about it in between games.
Follow.
It's crazy how no one shoots at us. Oh!
Bro, you never ever do that.
Oh! I got
No,
sniped. No way. It's
no.
over, bro.
You baited it. You literally
That's so
told the server,
unfortunate.
focus me. Oh, he said
is all you
it's
guys."
funny that nobody shoots at
Bro, I
us.
can't believe that. I right when I
Got
say that,
shot.
that
Got
happens.
sniped.
Wanna
Holy
see what's
crap.
going on.
Nah, you're chilling.
You know, just-
They're above you. Be careful. Yeah, you need to just skedaddle.
No way.
Oh. People will die.
See,
Don't
again,
need
like,
to die,
don't-
You're fine. Just let it happen.
Don't even worry about storm surge in this case. Like 32 people, like this is signs of people who don't see storm surge that often, the way they
Free
freak out.
rotation. And height.
Never mind.
What the?
Let's get down.
They're in
Behind,
zone. They're in
bro.
zone playing height.
You need drop. You need drop. They're just gonna beam you.
No.
Aw,
My game froze.
his
Nice.
game froze.
I just.
They're at 61
Play one
points.
hour game.
Ah, I wish I knew that. 61 points though. Okay, they didn't really get anything from that.
What's that on top? It's a blue SMG.
Good eye though. That's exactly the kind of thing you want to try to encroach on. Like, hey, is there anything there? Let me grab this and then back up. Now they don't get that loot, and I've already looted it, so I don't have to re-go that way while they could be pushing forward. That's
Oh.
the type of thing you should be thinking about in your splits. Is like, what can I steal? What can I take ahead of time?
And a big pot.
Okay.
We're gonna take this fight.
Not right now.
I know.
I don't have.
But we
Yeah,
are.
I was gonna say I don't have anything right now.
We need to play hella sneaky. I got 2 big pots and I got.
Okay, I'm coming over to you if you can drop one. I just got an AUG. I'm on my way.
Glass
Need an
always
AR.
has good thoughts
Yeah,
to
yeah,
start.
grab me.
Like,
Here.
and it
You
sounds
drop
like
one
he
map, bud?
understands
I'm
the sneaky
Yeah, yeah.
concept.
I'm
It's just
I'm
like they haven't really executed that at all yet,
Here,
which
I'm here with you.
could work
RPG
very, very,
and
very
nades.
well.
Here, you carry nades, I'll carry.
The other thing though is like, why do you want to fight this? I feel like you guys have a great split right now. You've kind of cut this off. If I was doing this ideally, and I noticed that these guys were going block tops, I would land Taco. I would go over here, and then I would rotate up here, and then rotate out. Meanwhile, I'd leave glass to doghouse. I'd get this, and then I'd rotate out. Simple as that, right? We get 4 houses, and they get black tops. Sure, they could push us if they want, but we're going to be in a good position to receive them. Secondly, like, I get out of there. I don't take the risk at all. Like, there's no point to take an early game fight
They're pushing.
when you're stacked. See, now, the way that this happened, I've only looted 1 house. Glass has only looted 1 house. They've only looted 1 house each, worth basically, and now you're just going to fight, and for what, right? Meanwhile, if they did push before, you guys both could have looted 2 houses and in better position, because now you're stacked on top of each other. I do not like your chances. I mean, your chances are fine. It's just like any other fight.
46 shield.
Any other bad fight.
Nice, bro. I lagged so many frames.
Like, it's still possible, but you didn't
Nice
give
CPM.
yourself the advantages that you really, really,
Where?
really needed.
I don't know. Where have you killed him?
I had no mats.
That's fine. We can't. Yeah, I heard him open their glider.
I'll be honest, the early game is throwing it for you guys. You guys are a
They're
couple
micro
fixes
salty.
away from
not.
placing
They're
top
with us.
500, to be honest.
Why? The salty's uncontested.
I'm not sure. You guys must have
Going
taken
yellow,
pretty
go
big
for it
breaks
here.
in the middle to
Okay.
be still on pace with your games. I guess you guys are kind of fast paced. What, you finished with
One landed
12?
here.
You get into your last game with 12 minutes
Here
left?
and here, I think.
Yeah.
Pushing up too.
Nice. This is a good start. Up on top. Glass is getting quite aggressive. We don't even know where the second guy is yet.
Although, hey, they're
There he
separated.
is.
One's
Yeah,
coming in here.
I
and
know.
here.
Perfect. What's the call? Okay, he we're basically wasting, because of these nades constantly are on Lodi's mind, we're wasting any possible advantages we might have been able to take on top of this guy, for example. Right? This guy's down tunneling, and he has to build vertically to get anywhere with us. This guy is straight ahead of us, and we can both crossfire because he has an angle up front, and I have an angle on the other side. We have double RPG, all sorts of
Someone
ways
inside,
to
maybe
pressure
you can
this
put it through
guy,
a
but
window or something.
we back up and nade, and now opportunities are gone, and they get to reposition. Ooh! Yes, yes, yes! I like it.
There's a. Ready?
Again, this is the type of thing you should be pushing this way and not moving to this way and then up. You're just staying on the same line as glass, and there's no angles that you
They're
can
backing
get.
up. They're going through the back.
Nice nades. Almost nice.
Double
nade.
RPG right here.
Three, two,
Right here, right here, right
one.
here, right here.
One
Oh.
under.
Okay, well this kid's boxed up. We can kill this
Okay,
kid.
go.
3, go.
Ah.
18 white. One's under in wood.
Yeah, he's dead.
Careful.
Oh God.
Got
Good
him.
stuff.
Okay.
That was almost terrible.
No one
Almost
went north.
terrible. But the good call. After you guys kind of figured it out, marked. You started calling timings. The timing was completely scuffed. You guys got to work on that for sure. But hey, those are easy fixes, right? Those are very, very easy fixes. I don't know what game we're on. Holly Hedges, early game fight, one of the last games. Let's scroll down for a bit so that you guys can see a little better. Bad timing on double RPG, easily fixable. Mark. Class has got to pay attention. See, we started to do things that were good, but just not like we're clearly not used to them, like marking. Like that was a very obvious, hey, I want to double RPG this. And Glass didn't pick it up because we're not used to it. We haven't done that sort of thing. We haven't said on my mark, let's double RPG. We haven't done the countdowns to double RPG. I think in practice, you guys should focus on getting double RPG so you can work on those timings and actually have them ready for when you play games like this.
Okay.
There you go.
Floppers.
God, your loot's nuts.
38.
Nuts, nuts, nuts. Great route. This is the same route that we talked about. It was so good back in the day. I guess not like super, super.
That's right.
This game sucks. 31 alive.
Yeah, let it go.
Nice.
Dinked one here. That kid's white. Knocked him.
Nice shot.
Good stuff.
Recipe for getting sniped
Don't
right
get
now,
snippy,
brother.
please.
I won't. He's getting targeted now.
Don't forget, we could split these nades. Glass
Those
could be
all
nading
landed
at the
on him,
same
but none of
time.
them hit.
Poor guys.
Follow.
Let's get griefed. See, this is what I was talking about again. Like, he should be looking around, but he's so tunnel vision on the nades when, at this point, he can't really do anything to follow up those nades. Good spot. Go up, go
I'm
up.
going up. I'm going up one.
Yes, yes, yes,
Never mind.
yes. Go up, go up.
I'm gonna RPG out those kids.
This is another kind of mistake, is that they build in and none of them build out that way or out the other way. This drawing's, oh, it's behind here. I have my webcam. So they build in and they build stacked on top of each other this way. Right? And that gives them good angles on the people ahead of them. But I would have liked to see one of them build out this way or this way so that they can get angles backwards. They can both get angles backwards.
Get
Right
the kid
now,
coming
now
in.
they're very limited. If they want to hold in this direction, it's so limited, and they know people are
Right
going to be coming in that
behind
way.
us, West.
Behind, it's okay. In front, it's okay,
Fine,
but
fine.
back
Need
the
to
way that they
play
came
placement
from
right
kind
now.
of
They're gonna
sucks.
die in zone.
So
Nice.
you should be thinking about those as you base up in
Nice.
fifth zone.
They know
Like first
they know
thing,
with us.
base up.
Yeah,
Don't
we-
worry
you gotta
about it.
Get up. You gotta get up.
I'm up. I'm up.
The hell
I'm
is
above
going
you.
on?
They really tried that bullshit on me.
They really did. We got hit by 5 rockets, bro.
Well, you're now in full wood, so I would assume it's going to happen again. Not going to lie.
I don't think I've ever seen such bullshit in my life. Is that out you?
Yep. I'm chilling now. Those
have
kids
the
are getting
best-
rocketed. Those kids are getting rocketed.
Definitely don't
hard.
advise the
Do you have any RPG?
hopping in my wood cone
No.
strat. Very Monka.
We almost have
Very
fucking
scary.
cancer, bro.
Very, very scary.
We have to go there. We have to go there. We need to go now.
I don't have much mats.
Here, I got you with mats. Here, I'll go then. Here.
Go, go, go. I'll cover back.
That was scary by Glass. Like, just go as far as you can and then box. Don't freaking walk backwards in the open. Is that his floor?
I'll cover back.
Oh.
Okay, it is.
Can you target kids and coming in?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The stupid supply drops in the way though.
I'm going inside the building. I'm going inside the building.
Holy.
Good stuff. Good recognition. The only thing, again, it's like palms to Glass. There's probably the first thing I've heard Lodi say to Glass about moving. Like about his tunneling forward.
Okay, follow.
Here you go. Like that, right? For example, I need to go up. I went up a layer. That needs to be calmed so that Glass knows, oh, I need to look up now. I need to look for an edit up. That sort of thing. All this is blocking.
No.
Every single one of these things are blocking.
I'm dead.
Glass. The way that those stairs are. It's a very, very anti-duo tunnel. It's a very,
Did we
very
even get
good
placement
solo
yet?
tunnel.
Nah.
But
Nah. I'm with. I killed.
block that in front of you when you go for that kill. Block that. I mean, when you go for the finish.
I got dropped into a box. I'm coming up. I'm coming up.
I'm here with right here. On me. We have to keep going.
Go. Let me in.
I'm running it. I'm running it.
See, like, I feel like this exact situation has happened many, many, many times.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Okay.
It's that like, oh, I'm almost to you. And then Lodi's out of here.
You got placement though.
Lodi's out of here and not. And he has nothing left, right? He has nothing left in the tank because his teammate's gone, and I've been tunneling this entire time without really getting anything
man.
out
You
of
got
it.
3 floppers. 3 floppers.
And Glass, in the meantime, is expending so much effort trying to follow the tarp with the little ways that they're sticking together that he's not actually able to fulfill his role of getting kills. He's not actually able to open windows. He's not actually able to do anything because he's editing through all this stuff and trying to follow him on different layers and stuff like that when he switches without.
Play zone, I think.
So I think this is the biggest thing that these guys could fix. Because time and time again, we see them getting placement points, but we see them not getting enough because they end up dying or end up having to. I mean, in this case, they clutched up millions of games. It's the early game. It's the early game, different options and stuff like that, and this specific thing, this end game right now. Mid game, positionally, fight mechanics are a little iffy too. I'd work on that for sure. But these two things, the early game options, the early game plans, and the end game like sticking together. And the communication that they have could be way, way, way better.
Top 5. Floppers. You 3. You're still good.
So I'm gonna go back because
Top 7, I think already, right?
he calls to play zone a bunch.
Stay right here. Stay right here.
Yeah, I agree with Glass, man. Like this is sure you get the kill here. I don't necessarily agree with Glass, but what I don't agree with is Lodi like not caring at all. He said play zone a couple times in this end game with the floppers that he has, and not a single time does it feel like he does it.
3. You're still good.
And again, he plays this really well. Finally goes to the side. Doesn't have the mat, so he can't really stay super zone. This builds out, gets under the bridge. Very, very, very nice. Top 3.
Oh my god.
At this point, he's clutched everything. He's gonna win.
Kiss you right now.
And then the left shoulder peek. Once again,
I choked. That's fine.
not much he could have done because he didn't have builds to
74.
actually fix that to a right
didn't
shoulder
know
peek.
that's
But man, oh man,
Like, that ain't content creators.
well done, well done.
Gee.
Did they
They
peel
only
off a
had-
holly?
We can skedaddle if we need to.
Yes, they
Go-
did.
No,
They did. I love it. They're finding more options. I love it. I love it. But this should have been done by day 2 if these guys were playing together. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. It should have been ready for these sort of things, and this should have already been an option for them, rather than going like, you know, why are we going to Steamy Stacks? Why are we going to all these, like, Frenzy? Like, what is that?
I might be able to beam him.
That's a whole different POI change rather than this Holly Hedges peels, which I love much more.
I don't have anything.
It's fine.
Yo,
it's fine.
hippie! Thank you for the raid.
I am.
Much love. Thank you so much.
I got SMG.
They only had.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah,
We're in the
they're in
middle
my
of
house
a VOD review,
I have a shotgun. Coming.
viewing this duo who just barely placed in the money, or maybe slightly out of it. I don't know exactly, but we're trying to be a little bit more critical. And also, we're teaching basically how to review an entire
Hold it
session
off
of a
as low as you
tournament.
can. I'm gonna pop this big pocket and I'm on top.
Okay.
Welcome, and hope you enjoy.
If you can get to me.
I'm out. I'm going
They're
to dog.
breaking in
Nice.
through this.
I don't care.
They're
I don't
breaking-
care. I'm
Great
going for
disengage.
A shotgun, bro.
Great job. Glass was not able to get involved at all. Lloydie was able to get away without taking any damage, without them even spotting him, and then he's back to another house, looting more.
Just get over to me. Get over to me.
Shoot, fall all the way down to this. Keep receiving them. These guys have to take such a much more cautious approach now, because they actually wasted a lot pushing in towards that house. They barely
They're fighting, they're
refarmed.
pushing me. I'm
Okay.
holding though.
Holding, okay.
You can make it to me. I'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming.
Okay. Not bad. Yeah. See. Okay. This is a waste of a position like advantage. He could have gone this way and crept up their builds if Glass could hold, and all of a sudden be on top of something that they would never expect.
Go in. Go in.
As long as Glass can keep building this metal and keep boxing up and keep holding them back, he's chilling. Now he has no line of sight. He has no high ground opportunities.
Hold it. Just hold it.
I have no mats. I'm alive though.
Go. He has no mats. Go. 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 You got to get to him. Can't just wait for this to come. It's not going to come. Now no shotgun. 1v1 or 1v2. Wave. This was a winnable fight. This was a winnable fight. And this was coming off the back of when they were just about to break through, right? Just when they're about to break through. 74 points. They're so close. I think money was like 83 or 82 or something like that on this day. And because of, like, again, the early game positional motifs that we've been talking about, you lose the fight. And okay, that's fine. Move into the next one.
Trick.
I'm straight up saying early game,
Retail
lost these guys
or Pleasant.
probably
You want to
$500.
go Pleasant? We can try.
Probably.
Some people are gonna W.
When we see how well they play solo in endgame,
We can see who's going risky and Pleasant.
This is the W key game.
This is the W key game. I got a blue tacker.
I love swapping spots, but when you're swapping spots without being prepared, or you're swapping spots without, like, I don't know, it just feels like everything is misguided. Great, they found risky uncontested. Okay, it could have not been uncontested. They could have peeled off of Pleasant, gone risky, been contested and not known how to fight here, been dropping here late because they weren't actually dropping for risky, and then struggle that way. Ugh.
Word. I'm gonna pop.
It could have gone so bad in their last game, so badly because of no prep. But it goes well, so good stuff.
But I'm gonna go straight here.
They get the llama. It's a W key game too, so there's already 36 in first zone. Is this first zone? Yes, it was. Jesus Christ.
Somebody.
Not getting hit at all. Sorry, I'm skipping through this last one because I basically have my verdict.
Wait.
Center zone a lot. Good positionally again. Beautiful in third zone. Center. Get fourth. And now it's all about
Zone's far. We can go right now. Watch. Come with me.
all about sticking together in this last one. 25 people up. Like they can easily clutch up the points that they need. Well, at this point, they need to have a huge game to clutch up points for, like,
We're gonna get it.
good amounts of money.
Fighting each other right now.
So close, yet so far.
We just sit edge.
What
We
was
just
second
get right
threshold?
in.
What
We
was
don't
it?
even
Top
need center.
500?
Watch these kids. But if we can.
And points on NAEACE in day 3?
Oh, this
Probably
is-
what,
We
90
should go
something?
right on these
Right
kids.
here,
Right
right
on
here.
these kids. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this, bro.
Got it. I got it. I got it.
Go, go, go.
Metal. I'm in.
They've done this before. They've done this before where they've been already basically 2 zone. They just need to build over these guys and they're in zone. But for whatever reason they decide they need to go in further, or they don't like that
We
spot.
should go right.
Like this is easy. This is easy to build over these guys, and these guys are in zone. You just build a little bit more over on the other side and they're chilling.
Right on
But
these kids.
for
Right
whatever
on these
reason,
kids.
now we've
I
lost
don't think we're gonna be
HP.
able to do this, bro.
Got it. I got it. I got it.
Go, go, go.
Metal. I'm in. Up 2. They can spray all they want. Nothing's gonna happen of it. We got metal.
Nice. I like the confidence
zone,
glass.
we're fine.
Let's go, baby.
They have to go through water if they really want to
Yo,
kill spot.
kids southwest, southwest. We should definitely pick those kids.
We're gonna wait.
Look
We
right
can
here.
Hit them a little bit. Yeah. They got RPGs though.
That's actually a great
They're
call.
gonna
They got
emotionally
RPGs.
just push us
Like
in.
it's a good call. If they're gonna make the rotate in without dying, I don't want to mess with those guys. I don't want those guys to be the guys who are RPGing us. You know what I mean?
Just wait for the placement, dude. We're about to get it any second.
Cracked one in zone.
Top 12 already.
I still have this
Compared to
rocket
the other
launcher. We
games where they
should
get in
use this
storm
next zone
surge,
for
like
rotation if we
this
want
is
height.
this is great.
We have the mats. We haven't been abused yet.
I'm gonna tunnel in.
Okay, go.
Why do you have your pickaxe out,
Need to
please?
go up a layer though.
Please.
We're good.
Crack that
Nice. Not nice.
I'm getting sprayed.
Good job. Getting right back up. Okay. Glass called he's getting sprayed. I don't know. This looks like we don't really have an idea of what to do properly when we're getting sprayed. I think we just lost the game. They have chances of recovery, but with 6 zone moving at this time, like
Drop low.
they got to get these big pots off. Like the way that he edited to try to turbo hold exactly what Glass is holding, I think you guys need to decide, hey, if we start getting spammed, we have height. That's the reason we build up. I mean, that's one of the reasons we build up, right? That's one of the reasons we have height, is to be able to drop down. Is to be able to try to break these line of sights. You guys need to be moving somewhere else. You need to be trying to get away from this, because as this happens, this is it. If you guys don't get away, you're dead. You're literally dead.
Nice. That had to happen right then.
Crack on my marker.
On my
We got a
marker,
dip.
hey, they're making the improvements without anything. Oh, that would have been such a nice RPG. Don't tunnel. I mean, don't tunnel vision. Keep going. Keep going. Where's Glass? This is the type of thing, man. He's 4 layers up, and there hasn't been a single call. Like, it's not Lloydie this time. It's Glass. This is the type of thing that needs to be calmed. Lloydie now has to look up. Obviously, like, good on him for looking up. And you don't always have to calm this, especially when you play with each other for a while. But we've seen time and time again the way that they
Are
get
you
split.
up? You're up. I'm coming.
I'm coming. I'm mid.
There we go. I'm tunneling forward. Would have been a nice call here for Glass.
I'm getting to zone. We're in.
Good.
Top 7 is very close.
I love that call, Glass. Top
Okay,
7
I
is
can
very
see.
close. I
only
love
have-
how
I
aware
only
of
have
the
100
thresholds he
mats. I
is.
only have
Oh,
100.
that's unfortunate. 100
Yeah, we can't
mats.
take
That's
height.
the
We go-
call. Let's go split the mats.
Back. We go back.
Boom.
Go back. All right. Bank on placement. How much mass you got?
Not a lot. I have here. Take that. Take that. That's half my wood.
Okay.
We can go back right here.
They have an RPG on height. Just be careful.
Okay, we're chilling.
Excuse me. Sorry. Free on. 2
Drop.
hours and 40 minutes. Whew. Long one.
I fell with fall damage. I'm so pissed. That's you. They're all gonna die in zone. Let them all die, and then you guys.
Call
Drop.
that. IRPG to height.
I fell with fall damage. I'm so pissed.
Start looking up. Forget about dying. Come on. Let's go. Glass could still clutch this. Glass does
They're
still
all gonna
clutch
die in
this.
zone. Let them all die, and then you got it. You got this win, Glass.
There you go. There's an RPG below you. I don't think that was Glass who was shooting that. RPG directly below you. Also, let's not crawl into zone. Let's not give the 150 mats to a random person.
A lot of people are down right now. They're all in zone.
3 people down. That means there's 3 people up still.
You're good. You're height, I think. No, you're not. Just chill. Let them all die. They're all below. They're all below. You got this win.
Break through. If you break through, you can go this way and get a little bit more
You need to
while
get
in
down,
zone.
though. There's lots of mats if you can get down there.
Yeah. You're fine. Don't be so scared. I mean, don't be so so focused. You still have 150 mats. This is something that you need to call out. 150 mats. That's it. Take that tag and back out. Like F that. These guys are all gonna spray from above.
No
It's
way.
okay. It's okay. 81.
Good stuff.
Better be
Good
enough,
stuff.
dude.
It was ever
now,
so close to being a 2 people up in endgame and getting the win. Ever so close. But because, like, let's go back here. Because they run out of mats so early, because they have split roles where they're not really, either of them are doing anything exceptionally, like, efficient, right? The efficiency will go way up if you guys just decide roles in the end game. The efficiency, the confusion, the vibes. I've seen what happens when you guys are very, very happy in endgame. When you guys are joking around about getting zone. When you guys are joking around about the opportunities that the other guys have. Like, when you guys are doing that, you guys are gonna go on fire. I know it. I know it. I really know that. So let's go back to this for a second and let's really think about these. This is definitely like something that Lloyd could work on, which is he's always disagreeing with the call without really offering anything better for improvement, and he always like has trouble committing to a call. No matter if it's good, no matter if it's bad, at least commit to it. Like, have your full force behind it. Don't do stuff half-assed. We saw that early on in it. Didn't become such an issue later on, but this is the biggest one in endgame. Define some roles, have one tunnel, like this sort of thing, and also just communicate about swapping layers. The layering, while you guys survive and do occasionally get kills from it, hecka inefficient. Very, very, very inefficient. Let's get this off the screen for a bit. Those are just notes as we went through. And then what else? Early game. Commit. Find your options off of 1 or 2 spots. Don't randomly gamble. All right? And then positionally, find your strengths. Find your sneak attacks. Find your splits. Right? It felt like you guys didn't have anything. It felt like there was nothing in terms of any plan when you're landing Holly Hedges, when you're landing Retail Row, when you're landing all these different spots that you guys might have been strong on. You didn't really have anything that was yours there. You just kind of it felt like you randomly did things based on how you feel, based on what the other people do. And that's a reactive type of mindset. You're never going to be practicing to have the best job. You're never going to be able to bully people off of your spots. You're never going to be able to, be able to execute a pinch on when 3 or 4 teams land there. That's the sort of thing that I think this specifically would have gotten you 40 more, like 20 to 30 more points. Just surviving these early games and playing the end games as you did. And then once you get to these end games, you guys are going to start having those pop-out games. As soon as this happens, you guys are already there in terms of solo play. You guys are already there getting what? Wins with like 6 elims? Imagine both of you guys surviving on high ground in endgame. Imagine executing high ground takes because you have those defined roles. All of a sudden, we're talking about 6 kill wins. We're talking about 12 kill wins. And consistently, especially because we're going to be in endgame more because of how you guys fix your early game. So these are the things I look on when I watch my sessions back, when I watch a tournament back. These are the types of things that I'm like, okay, we need to work hard on this. We need to literally find a way to practice what I'm talking about here. We need to find a way to practice this endgame stuff, right? All these little mistakes, whatever, man. Like, yeah, we think about it and we start improving on it, but this is the big part. So appreciate you guys submitting. Appreciate you guys letting me use your VODs. That was wonderful. As the first on kind of the on the cusp VOD reviews that I'm gonna start doing. So truly appreciate it. I think this was really, really good. I had a lot of fun. And you guys are nuts. So you guys are going to continue to improve. And hopefully we see you at World Cup or something like that. You guys are nuts. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, do all the things on my social media. And we'll be back with more content just like this. Peace.